what is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts around here, Sean the Right Way. And joining me tonight, because Brent has the night off, yeah. We're talking about the legend who has stayed up in the middle of the night for us, holding down the UK as part of the UK boys. We are talking about Padawan HQ.
Hello, everybody. It's good to be back.
Yeah. And tonight, lots to cover. We got San Diego Comic-Con going on. We got an on-the-field review from our friend The Duck to talk about. We're going to look at some of his footage at the booth and some stuff that maybe didn't show up on camera. Yeah. Plus, of course, we've got August 1st coming up. More leaks and rumors. You know the drill. Welcome to the show because we are a couple of brickheads.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a couple of brickheads coming to you live Thursday, July is it 25th. Wow, it's going by fast, Padawan. And of course, all roads lead to August 1st, right here on this show. Many times I've gone on record. Not a hot take, by the way, so I'm not like I'm not filleting myself here when I say August 1st, man, way more hype than Jan 1st. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's just so many heaters coming out. I mean, you put that modular aside, Padawan, and don't get me wrong, we've had a nice, steady monthly drip of heaters all year long. I mean, we've forgotten about more sets than we can remember at this point, but August 1st, man, so many friggin' flamethrowers, dude. And not just in the War of Stars. You know, we're going to zip through some of this stuff tonight as well, but you got Jaws. You got just the other night, and I don't personally care, but I'm like, I didn't even know this existed, but they're rebooting all the Mario digital figs. Did you know that? They're rehashing those things again?
I didn't know, no. Not at all.
Like, again, but it just goes to show, you know, we used to be able to have your thumb on all the news, all the sets, you know, and now some of this stuff is going to be a little redundant for you, Padawan. You've been enjoying some of these sets, or you've had them available over there by you.
Yeah. So when it comes to it's like the Star Wars sets.
Yeah.
As an example. So unlike everywhere else that seems to be around the world, they never get put on shelves. We never see them early. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
We get upset when we don't see it. How entitled are we?
Yeah, I see you guys that would be like, oh, Kohl's, Target, or Walmart, and you'd be like, it's almost expected to see them early now. Whereas I know full pelt, there's no point looking.
Oh, Padawan's a frozen boy. Padawan, if you hear me, up.
I'm here. It's me channeling my inner Brent with the technical difficulties. So yeah, but no, I don't even bother looking because I know they're not going to be there. But I do. I'm glad that everyone else over your way does have the opportunity to get them early.
There you go. And some of the stuff is like regional releases. You know, there's that new. I don't know if we call it a trolley Padawan, but that little red, monorail, or it's not quite a train. I forget what it's called. But anyways, you guys have some pretty cool stuff over it. You're probably not into it anyway, but I'm just saying there's a handful of city sets that you guys have had access to for a few months, etc. So, but we'll definitely skim through because August 1st, I know we've done Star Wars August 1st to death. So before we welcome the Girth Gang, I just want your countdown, your personal countdown. If you can you remember all 9, or maybe if you just want to do your top, whatever you're comfortable with, let the Girth Gang know, like, and this means like from probably not going to buy to, the top one's probably an FPJ consideration.
Cool. Yeah. So quickly. So I'm only getting 2 FPJ. There's how many? Like 9 sets. It's 2 FPJ.
There's 9 this wave. Yeah.
So Bob for the culture. You've got to get Jedi Bob for the culture.
The culture. Yeah.
The culture. And the Battle on Peridia, just because I've been waiting for a long time to buy Thrawn, and I didn't want to pay the prices for the old one. So I've decided to wait, and the time has come, and it's only right that I go and buy the Balan Priya set. But apart from that, you know, apart from that, if I had to go down from there all the way to my worst, see 3PO next after that. So third would be 3PO. He was probably going to be my next buy, but again, I'm going to look for a naughty little discount. Then it would have to be the Dark Falcon, just because creamy Vades.
It's, I mean, you got to go creamy.
Yeah. Gotta go cream.
That one, man, you know, so my thought was this, right? It was like, I had to get the Sarlacc. You understand. I think everybody understands that. And then it's like, you go Bob next, but it's like, at that point, it's like, you've done Lego math. You're at the 120 of the 180 that it would take to get the Falcon. But I'm like, man, I know before Christmas that Falcon, that 20% on that one's going to be really helpful. So I'm kind of like doing it that way. And I'm like, okay, so the discount on that basically gets the Bob for free because it's 32 off, you know. That being said, dude, don't get me wrong, with all likelihood, I'm probably that Dark Falcon's probably coming home way before then. But you know, I like to lie to myself. What are you gonna do?
It was like the skiff's definitely coming home this side of Christmas because I need it for the barge boys and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you're one of those mad guys that's like, I'm just going to go and buy the whole wave. I hope you've got, I think I worked it out, like nearly $1,000 is what you would need to buy the whole wave if you would have bought FPJ it. And I'm like, I'm not about that life. So, but tell you what, the Droid Factory and the X-Wing TIE Fighter are definitely dead last. You know, the X-Wing TIE Fighter, I just want the Mackeys, the McDonald's Astromech. Is all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a few ways you could go about that, you know. So.
Oh yeah, I
can wait for a total discount on it, but then. By the way, guys, we kicked Brent off the show. I just want everybody that's joining. Mm-hmm. No, I'm kidding. People are asking in the chat. Brent had a family event tonight, so we called on. You know, what was your official title? You're the commander of the the commander of the UK boys. I forget what we.
It was the. I can't remember. No, there's been so many names gets thrown out. You dub us so many different things that I can't keep track of what's going on. So,
anyways, it's Padawan HQ from the UK boys here joining us tonight in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. Special guest Ryan from M&R Productions should be coming through around 9:30 ish Eastern. So that'll be cool. He wants to weigh in on the Comic-Con stuff with Lego. And if you guys are looking for specifics, what we're going to talk about on that, it's really, and you guys have lived through it, sort of how they handle conventions in general, from Lego Con, which, I mean, that's a whole nother episode. I think we already did an episode on that, to what they do or don't do at San Diego Comic-Con, and Bob being their big reveal. And it's kind of already old news, just like everything they had at LegoCon was old news. So we're going to kind of talk through that, why it happens, and what we think could maybe be done to, you know, do something that captures our imagination. I'm seeing all these other lines, all these other brands just dropping absolute heaters. And usually they're in true blue prototype mode, and they're not coming out for a year, but they start the thirst for them early, and it's stuff, nothing, you know, no human eyes outside of the core team have seen, you know, and it's like I don't know, Pat, I want another layer of hype, you know, that they're missing out on.
Yeah, it just seems to be every other kind of company that makes the merch, you know, can get it right, but the one that we all rely on doesn't quite get it squared away.
There you go. All right. Well, we got to do some roll call. We got 66. Oh, there you go. We ordered up 66 members of the Girth Gang to join us here tonight, and we're going to get you guys going here with a little bit of
Girth Gang. Girth.
All right.
Girth Gang.
First comment award tonight.
That's Girthy.
Fit Lego Guy with the pre-play GG, excited for the stream. Lego Timmy is in the house. Cooper saying what up to the pre-play gang. We got a pre-play gang super from Muttley777. We'll hit your song in just a second here, but
Girth Gang.
thank you, Muttley. We'll get your full super over to you. We got Comic Boy. He's excited about the Fortnite.
Gang.
Fellow UK boys and alum, Cool Hand Luke Bricks is here.
Girth Gang.
Smoky Smokes.
Girth.
M-Dogs. Everybody's daddy, Papa Rex, is in the house. Mr. Alex is here. Padawan, you're frozen, bud. Maybe drop and come back. I don't know if you hear me.
Girth Gang.
Maybe drop and rejoin because you keep
Yeah.
freezing. Pockets Master.
Girth Gang.
AJ Bits.
That's girthy.
We got Floored hanging out.
So damn girthy.
You got to respect it, Ostif, with the Brickworld countdown. Guys, only 319 days. Very exciting. Qui-Gon Jeans. Best name in the game? It's up there. We've also got
Girth Gang.
Clever Pig.
Girth.
Amy Schultz. Great gal. Good to see you, Amy. Welcome. Got Riley in the house. Multigasm Geek.
Girth.
Dave Bricks, channel member in the house. How you doing, bud? Sorry, I wasn't calling out channel members earlier. I need to do that. I'm gonna skip ahead. We got Mayo. Brent has the night off tonight. For those of you guys just joining,
Girth Gang.
the drama of the 8-1 Batman set. Jake's Bricks and Picks channel member. Yeah, we can talk about that. Remind me.
That's girthy. So damn girthy.
We got Hoarder 66. How you doing, brother? The legend.
Girth.
Locke is in the house. Brickworld, Mark is in the house. How are you doing, Mark? What else do we have? Stud Lake, Lord of the Boys. He's happy to see Padawan in the house. We got Jimbo Bricks, and we're going to go ahead and
Girth.
call it right there. You guys know the rules because we got a juicy little comment right here, Padawan. I know your eye's up here. You guys know the rules. Make a heater comment, you get thrown on the screen. I mean, it's a fair deal. You know, what are you going to do? Okay. Let's see. Yo-Yo Sean. Wow, do you think this is really Mark? He doesn't really talk like that, but maybe you think that's what I want to hear. I don't know. Can we open badge sales live on your stream sometime in August? Let's talk. Don't talk. Oh, it's supposed to be. Man. See, us old guys, we don't understand how DMs work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do need to know.
Let's get the sale going in August, Mark. Hell yeah. I'm stoked, guys.
Do we have, because I'm over here, so I lose track of what's going on, but do we have exact dates for next year? I still need to book it off with work.
You know, I took a picture of it while I was at this year's show. Mark, can you please let everyone know? You're talking about the official dates of the event?
Yeah. I need to send a calendar invite to my boss.
I could look at a calendar and tell you, but it's the week leading up to whatever Father's Day is usually the easiest way to.
And that's it again. Our Father's Day, your Father's Day are different days. So,
but yeah,
I've got the room squared. Me and Ostif are bunking together, so I haven't got to worry about that.
Oh, okay, beautiful. KO, first ever channel member. Brickworld doing that. That's fine as I can't go, unfortunately. KO, you got to get here at some point, man. There you go. But yeah, guess breaking news. I mean, I figured you guys would know it would happen, but Brickworld on sale.
There it is.
There it is. Brickworld's on sale. Will be sometime in August. We'll announce the dates. You guys know we'll be surrounding that thing, but the official dates of the show, June 11th through the 15th, 2025. Make your plans. I was going to say now, but you have a month. Start figuring it out. Remember, you can piecemeal this thing, guys. You get your badge. When you get your hotel, you only leave like a small deposit. So you really still have a long time to, save up, stock up for that thing, man. It's one you're not going to want to miss. There's no doubt. Yeah.
FOMO pure setting for me this year. I was like,
all right. Let's get into a few supers. What do you say? Padawan will do that, and then we'll jump into the Falcon's Nest because it's been hopping. We got to do that, and then hopefully Ryan will be coming through to talk a little Comic-Con here.
Oh yeah,
he's a busy guy. If he's not right here at 9:30, we'll see. But
hey, it's 2:20 in the morning. No excuses. Time is a critical, not flexible. All that good stuff.
It's all good, dude.
I'll just point out I've got gig down and gig up internet, and I don't know why it's doing this, but yeah.
It's that chair that you're in. It's that spot on the screen.
There's a dead spot. I'm gonna have to just
there's a dead spot. There's something Brent has going on with tech issues. All right, we got Muttley here, $10. Take it away. It's a UK based message, Padawan. You got to read this one.
UK boys in the house. Thanks for everything, guys. We'll be on replay tomorrow while still waiting for barge picks. Only one theme will do. There
you go.
I think that's
and Padawan, since it's your brethren. I don't know that he picked a song, but I mean he did mention barge, right?
He did mention barge, so I think there's only one we can pick.
Out of respect.
Jabba's got himself a sail barge filled with figs and laying looking hot with a sexy dick. We all need dirty set to get us hype. Barge boys get us right. I used a boy who didn't have a barge, but now I got one with a Jabba that's large. You take that mother effer and you saw that pig. Now take a look at the loader I get. Barge boys, no other since matter. Show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all day, all night. Barge boys best setup of our lives. Sets matter, show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all day, all night. Barge boys best set of our lives. I won't fuck, yeah. Barge boys, no other sets matter, show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all
That one's growing on me. I'm so hype.
Droidica's still my favorite, and you still need to send me that.
No, it is. I think that's the only when you leave your pre-play super and you can't make the show, you just like to know it's playing somewhere in the back.
Yeah, 100%. It's the bit I look forward to when I open it in the morning on the way to work.
All right, we got Ostef in the house. Your future roomie. I can't wait for you guys. You gotta vlog that thing. That's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
Take it away, Patty.
Go lineup. 319 days till Monday arrival. 325 till Brickworld officially opens. Y'all are just fantastic. Thank you for everything. Give me the Annie.
Wow. Do you like how we've converted Brent, by the way? Like, he won't outright say it, but he actually likes the song now. You know why, right? It's a damn heater, and it always was. It took everybody to come around on it. But this was going out to Ostef and Brent, wherever you are watching. You remember that time, don't you, Padawan, when Annie went to...
I remember the time when Annie went freako. When he grew up fast and Padme was his freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember. Yeah, I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
I think that's my second favorite. I'm not gonna
It's climbing the charts.
Yeah.
Let's get the Girth Gang to vote. Can you guys give us your... And if it's changed, that's okay, because they change over time, which, by the way, Padawan, I understand. Look, we've had those for a few. I'm in the lab, just so you know. We're going to get a little bit of a new wave, okay? We'll get that out going for you guys. But I want to know, guys, let us know your top 3, top 5. What are your favorite super songs in that order? We'll read some of those out. We got His Royal Highness KO with the 2 pounds. New co-host, I see. It is Padawan HQ. Brent has been fired and replaced by Padawan. It's like Padawan, has come up through the ranks. You guys have seen him. He's been climbing the ACOB ladder, and now he's at the pinnacle. He's in the main chair. What are you going to do?
He didn't pick, so I think Droidka's got to be played. I'm just saying.
Yeah, all right. We got KO. No pick there, and Mark does want to hear Baru. I know that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Lockin, you got to get back to me about the brickheads. Dude, I loved them. What are we talking about? You talking about making them? DM me. What's the plan? I saw a render,
That render looked cool. That render looked good.
Our friend Lock-in here has designed some really cool brickheads of a couple of I mean, the most obvious move ever, and we hadn't done it yet, Padawan. Can you believe
Yeah,
this?
yeah, no.
So let us know. So KO, let me see if he and Lock-in didn't have one either. So for one of these three, we'll go back in the comments and see if they pick something retroactively, but at least one of them has to be dedicated to Padawan as well.
Yeah. You can run, even really fast. It won't matter when I roll up on your ass, I am metal. I've got my blasters, I'm a badass roly-poly robot disaster. Droideka, Trade Federation pinball. Droideka, I make all the Jedi pay. Yeah, I keep rolling, bitch.
And that
Oh.
was America. Yeah. that might be number one. I go back and forth, you know.
Guess the juice is flowing.
All right, we got some rankings coming in. We got Jimbo Bricks, Droideka, GW,
Yes.
and then Annie.
This is what it's a good
Fabu.
selection.
Fabu is a good critic of things, I think. We align on a lot of stuff. Droideka, Freako, and GWP. KO wants GWP for his song.
We're having the wide selection. We're getting it all out there.
Yeah, we're getting a wide variety. We got Amperu number one, Droideka, Freako, Barge. We've got Droideka, Barge, Freako. Flord just doesn't even want to have a list here. He's saying Droideka far and away number one. All right, so some of the picks we have. What do we have? We have Baru. What do we owe people? Baru, GWP. It looks like we're going to run the board here, Patty. So we're just going to
Yeah.
we'll just go ahead and go Baru, and then we'll hit G-Dub. Yeah.
And Peru, oh baby, and Peru. She lived in the desert with the twin sons until those stories burned her buns. Uncle O got it too and confirmed what we thought. Oh well, and Peru is really hot, and Peru really hot, and Peru, oh baby, and Peru, Peru. She's as sweet as can be and a fine GWP, my baby, and oh yeah, it's loner time.
You know, I just like to think of like serious classical musicians all getting together, playing this thing in a room together with these ridiculous lyrics. Padawan, Frozen again.
I don't know what it is.
Well, you're
Oh.
coming back at least, so that's all right.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll round this out with GWP guys, and then Ryan will be joining in just a few minutes.
It's May the 4th. I want those Star Wars sets. I want more sets than Django has bets. Oh, please put a GWP deep inside of me. Oh, please put a GWP.
Deep inside of me, and there he is. Just we're gonna start calling you Anna or Elsa, bro. Just frozen repeatedly over there. Look, Padawan's like mid-seating, sitting down. There he is, looking good. Would you run outside and try to fix your Wi-Fi, or what are you
I'm
doing?
basically running around disconnecting everything off the Wi-Fi.
A lot of people are talking about this Tyler song, which Padawan, I don't know if I gave you. I don't know if I did a little behind the scenes sneak previews, but those that were in attendance at the ACOB set release party got to hear the Tyler song.
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, there's actually a full-fledged Tyler song talking through his, I believe the title is something like Tyler's Terrible Takes,
Okay.
where he ranks the Clone Wars over Empire Strikes Back.
Oh my god.
That was where the song started from that statement, and I kind of built it from there.
All right. Well, no, I need to hear this, obviously.
He's calling you Olaf HQ because you're frozen all the time. I like that. Qui-Gon Jeans. I made an anthem for Qui-Gon Jinn. Could I share it on the Discord? I just need to make a video, but it's pure metal. Yeah, brother. Send it, dude. Make a video. And listen, guys, I have no problem. User submitted heaters, Padawan.
Yeah, 100%, definitely.
Look, if they fit the bill, and obviously the video doesn't need to be anything crazy. Just a couple little change up the shots, have it match the words a little bit when you can, and send them over. All songs are goated. Now we got to hear it. Well, that's in the hopper. What can I say? The Tyler song is fun. I love that though. The guys that were in the room are all like rubbing it in. Sean, take a listen to Space Vag. Where's that? What? Where's that? I haven't heard this. Oh man. All right.
Let's just be over here disconnecting stuff.
Let's go ahead and we'll get the Falcons Nest pulled up, and then if Ryan joins, we'll pause there, talk with Ryan. We got a little bit of time with him tonight. Busy guy, obviously reviewing the universe all week long. Hoping you guys are enjoying his team early success that he's found once again. Just fantastic. And yeah, let's take a look at I'll tell you what though, Falcon after his little break, Padawan, he's been raging back. But I mean, those wings are just flapping. You know what I mean? All right, let's see.
Right. While you sort that out, give me a sec.
Yep. We're going to have to ask for a router reboot, boys. I think that's what's going to have to happen. Yeah. All right. Let's go Fortnite. We haven't talked about this on the show. Fortnite Battle Bus. For me, the only set I will consider buying in this wave. That's not true. I like the banana peel guy. The banana peel, guys, here's my experience with Fortnite, right? When it came out and it was all the rage, I put in a couple months, and I think that was in 2017, 2018, right? So I haven't played it forever. I did enjoy it during the early days. That PUBG, that whole era. I do think the Battle Bus was screaming to have a set made. I wish I knew more about the lore of the characters involved. Obviously, iconic, several of them, and you see them around, and I get it, and I get who they are. That being said, it's a vehicle, a big vehicle, a little bit decently sized vehicle at that. Hot air balloon. It's the Battle Bus. This one's coming home. Not a D1B for me, but can we talk about what's the count there? Is it 9? Yeah. 9 figgies? Bro. 9 figs on this one? Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. So let me know, guys that are still into Fortnite. I mean, is it just me? I know I was just there early days and I was out. And by the way, I think we looked somewhat recently. The actual amount of users of Fortnite is still up and they continue to gain. And I don't think it's a dead game, as the kids call it, or anything like that. But I do feel like it's definitely crested a little bit. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Is there anybody still hyped for this? Is it too little too late? Is it kind of like an Animal Crossing 2.0? Padawan, I don't know how close to the situation you are with this. You're a little younger. You might still play it or have more friends that do. Has this missed the wave here, or you think it's just fine?
Personally, I think it's just fine. Like Lego Fortnite's kind of always been bigger. It's always been it's an industry juggernaut when it comes to like the online PvP. Would this been better suited if they released it alongside the Lego kind of mode that they brought out on it?
Yeah,
which was what 3 months ago. They probably would have had boom. It would have had an initial boom of this set if
Yeah.
they'd released it alongside the mode releasing. But
Yeah, what do
for
you
like,
think about that staggered approach, Padawan? I thought that was a little odd.
I think, yeah, I just don't think it works in this situation. Like for me personally, I'm like, I don't really play it whatsoever. But I will say though that this gives me nostalgia vibes because I did play it when the game first came out.
Yeah.
So
I think I think everyone watching this has probably played it or is pretty aware of it. You know, I want to revise what I was saying. I think its pop culture peak is gone. I think there's a big user base and people are playing it, but this isn't being talked about by maybe the normies anymore like it was. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah, 100%.
You know, like if you were to ask man on the street, mom about town, what's the game everybody's playing? Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of people riding for Fortnite, but it's still. So your predictions, and there's a new term I want to share tonight.
Okay.
Is this going to be a pop and drop or is it going to be a stay and play? Is it going to come out and sell out D1B Festival and then rot on the shelves like Animal Crossing has?
Well, I wouldn't put this in the same boat as Dreams. It's not. I don't think it's gonna pop and drop. I don't think it's gonna get pushed out to the market and then it's gonna rot on shelves forever. I think it will have a steady sell through. Is it going to sell out? No way. Will it sell though? You know, will it probably meet those targets they want to make? I'd say so. Yeah.
Is this drawing in non-Lego fans though? These normies could use 100 in V-Bucks. So he thinks it could be a drop and pop. Okay, all right.
I'm just
getting. Did I say pop and drop? No, I did say pop. I mean pop and drop. So it pops pops when it first goes on sale, and then it drops down the charts. Yeah, I would call it a pop and drop. The ultimate example for everybody to understand what I'm saying is BTS. You remember the pregame hype on that? And there were reports of in-store at least. I don't recall if online was ever out, Padawan, but BTS, there were certainly stores cleared out of those D1B.
Mm-hmm. And
we've all seen what's happened. Now, I don't know what's happening by you. And shout out to our great friend JB who made the thing. Love you. But that thing hit 50% off non-clearance season, like fast in Target. So it's like, is this a pop and drop? Or is it a little stay? I don't know.
Like everything over here just never goes down past 20% unless it is like Amazon Prime Day. But yeah, even like I still walk into shops and still see bloody Dream sets at full price and they just won't budge. So over here, it doesn't make a difference. You know, this could rot on the shelves forever and they would never bring the price down unless it was a particular like Black Friday or whatever.
And then here's the other thing. Now, sometimes, and you know this better than anyone, Padawan, sometimes sets are just heaters, man. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't even matter if you give a flying F about the Fort of the Night. So is this strong enough, in your opinion, to draw in the full-on couldn't care less? I mean, is the strength? Here's an example. Let's talk about Dreams. I mean, I'm going to speak for you, and I haven't even ever asked you about this, but at the right deal, you want that Dream shark boat, don't you?
Yeah, I remember when that first got announced, and I looked at it and went, for the right price, that is definitely coming home with me at some point.
There you go.
I haven't seen it for the right price
yet. We're getting there, by the way. My store has it for $100, and I'm waiting for it to make the next move. My Walms has it for $100. They got 4 of them, and obviously at $140, it never sold. It's at $100. I'm like, let's get under there, and we'll talk.
I can categorically say now, this set at the right price, at me in the right mood at the right time, it's coming home. I've already said that with this one. I've seen the other Fortnite sets. I'm not really that fussed, but this. If you've got like an out there kind of like Lego City, this would kind of fit in there somewhere, even if it's you're not into it. Do you know what I mean?
No, for sure. And again, I very, very basic knowledge of Fortnite, and I think there's these iconic things that happen with any IP, and we would all be talking right now if they didn't do this about when's the bus coming? Everybody knows
Yeah.
the bus. So
This is the Falcon for Star Wars.
correct.
You know what I mean?
They're playing the hits. I always talk about that. Play the hits, get off to a good start. So shout out to Lego and Fortnite for doing the right thing. Let me get some butt looks on this thing.
Ooh.
I will say, I don't recall the actual color of the bus. I'm sure it's pretty accurate.
I think it's pretty accurate.
Coloring is a little bland without all the extras going on. If we could be fair, right? Like Padawan, if I slap this blue bus in front of you without the balloon and, you know, as a city set, we'd kind of be like, it's all right. But it's not that. Ton of heater figs flying out of the bottom of it. Hot air balloon. Know what it represents. I think it's cool. And again, this is one of those times where I say, not for me right here, right now. Eventually, yes. But I am so happy for whoever's like true dream and earned this one. You know what I mean? They've been really jonesing for. I'm so happy for them that they're getting this.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, I had said I don't play it a lot, but from my own recollection, the bus is pretty spot on. Someone tell me if I'm completely speaking out of turn, but like I'm pretty sure it's pretty dead on as well.
What's this?
There we go. Give me 10 seconds.
No problem. And this is right. I mean, how crazy is it when you get a set and it just looks like it comes with a full set of CMFs? You know what I mean? Like if you just glance at this, looks like a CMF set. So there it is. Those are kind of the thoughts on that bad boy. All right. We got the Peely Bone.
See, this definitely came at a time where I wasn't playing, so I don't get the like.
So this whole art style, I'm sure there's been others that have done it, so you know, don't flame me here. But Cause, a streetwear brand, and they also, you know, make sculptures and models and stuff like that. I don't even know if they're streetwear. It just harkens back to the days when I was really tied into that stuff. But anyway, they used to have a lot of figures that went for very, very high amounts, where it was basically, you know, the whole human taking a zipper and zippering himself right down, and he'd be, you know, half bone and half flesh. So I understand the inspiration for the individual design here. As far as cultural or sort of Fortnite relevancy, we'll have to rely on the gang here.
Yeah, because I couldn't tell you whatsoever what's going on there.
Bus build, fantastic fit choice, 7 out of 10. Other 3 sets are questionable. Yeah. And I do, and I bring this one up second because I feel like a half bone. That's right, half bone. I gave him a gun, but not the figs. Weird. Cause is a goat apart from Lego. Another Vice sneakers streetwear. Definitely got that Cause figure and anatomical style. Yeah, Cause was pretty big. Playsets would have sold better. It's a skin in the game. Only one set has minifigs. Interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this one. This is one of those things, Padawan, where like you're into it, you buy it no matter what. And then there's kind of this 50-50 thing where like, does it appeal to you? For me, this style of design, the half and half kind of thing, I've just seen it executed way better.
Yeah.
Elsewhere. So
if anything's going to rot, it's going to be like this one. If I think it's going to pop and drop on the shelf, because
really?
it's aimed at adult. It's aimed at the adult demographic. I can understand that, and I get Lego wants to do that, but Fortnite is very much the younger demographic that plays it.
Yeah, but there could be some that were, you know, 12, 13, have their jobby job and are
I suppose
a little bit though. You know,
but are you picking?
Dude, I mean, 7-8 years. That's like generational for some people. You know.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Guy you may have heard of. Ryan from our productions.
Sorry, I'm late.
You
I
look
had
so
to wait for
far.
my
Is it me?
chicken to finish.
Do you have me up loud, Ryan? I'm echoing. Something's
I'll
echoing.
get headphones.
Cool. All right, let's get this off. All right, guys, we're gonna jump into.
This is where I get to sit back and just be like,
That's where we get to sit back and let them cook.
let's hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god damn.
Is that you? Is that me? Who is that?
What? Can you hear me?
Oh, you're good now.
No move.
Check.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. I'm not echoing anymore. How you doing, dude?
Good. Like I said, I'm late. Had to finish my food cooking, so it didn't burn my house down while I was up here. So
All good. Can we review the menu today? What are we having?
oh, just some chicken.
Oh, very nice.
Oh yeah.
Target
Sorry.
brand.
Looks very fresh.
Nice and warm. So we got Mark and Chat, Pocket Master.
Yeah, it's a great crew. You probably noticed we have fired Brent. I forgot to tell you when I texted you earlier today, Brian. Brent's been fired, and we've replaced him with Padawan HQ.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean, that Brent, he's a real miscreant. You know, he's
The legacy technical difficulties have stayed though.
yeah. Look, I sent you some texts today, and which kind of inspired one of our main topics for tonight, which is something we've all talked about off and on over the years. And I know you don't have a lot of time, but we don't have to go deep history, but why can't our friends at Lego figure out how to do conventions, either their own or as a participant? And I don't want to put too many ground rules, and that's just going to be my statement, but I just feel like, as someone who's been a fan and still is a fan of a lot of different brands that do these kind of things, why can't they seem to get it right? Or was there some glory days? I know there was the Marvel figs back in the day, Ryan. So what, like, overall your take on Lego and the way they do conventions, either through merch or how they show up, all that good stuff?
Yeah, what if the downfall needs to be studied? I mean, what are we doing? I was just talking to Sans. He said that they have like a space patch this year as their exclusive item. I'm sure people will be lining up for days to get that. Like,
Well,
I
at
don't
least
know.
you can't complain. They only did it to Lego Star Wars fans with patches. If the patch game's real for everybody, apparently.
Well, this is different, but also like, yeah. Anyway, it's more of like that complaint specifically is in the context of like what they give other Lego Star Wars UCS sets, not necessarily what other themes get or don't get. But
Fair.
the Comic-Con exclusives are just like, it's now there's a chance there'll be something tomorrow or the next day because it's only Thursday, right? But I highly doubt we could get anything better than what we're at right now.
I think Wednesday is preview night, so I think today is like live rounds. So I feel like it would have been today. I don't know why they would have not used the word punish, but punish the people who went on Thursday. You'd think, if anything, they'd get pick of the litter of whatever they got going on.
Not necessarily incorrect. One of my friends, David Thompson, is out there, and he does like superhero Marvel stuff, whatever. And they had like this new Superman logo shirt that they were selling, and it sold out like last night or whatever. So I know that's a thing.
Yeah.
So like some of these other vendors or companies, whatever, will have like new exclusive merch that is there first or is there exclusively, and they did put it out last night and it sold out. So I know,
So one of the things I wanted to get into with you is I know from some of your discussion vids and talking to you about it offline, you're actually not against having convention exclusives. And I'm paraphrasing you here, but you actually think it's good for the hobby and gives people to aspire and to chase, right? I mean, everybody else is doing it. I don't
it's
understand.
unquestionably good for the hobby, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. And
The only thing it's bad for is some people won't be able to get it, which is like, I mean, I was in that boat too, and I still would be like, I still have to buy it on eBay like everyone else.
exactly. And that's what I was going to tell you. So just to quickly break it down for everybody, and I don't know if this is, but is that even the reason, Ryan? Is that even what we're talking about? Is that why Lego's not doing it, or are they just not like what? Do you know what I mean? Are they not
Do you
doing
actually
it
know?
because they're worried about alienating fans? I don't think it's that.
Do you know why or when? Do you like know when they stopped doing con exclusives?
I don't know the specific year, but I know from sponging the game for the last 4 or 5 years that
Mhm.
there used to be heater Marvel figs that would be dropped,
Or the figures, yep.
which totally makes sense because it
Sheriff
was the
Deadpool.
comic. They took Comic Con very literally, which for those of you that aren't in the loop, Comic Con is not just about comic books, by the way. Started that way. But I do know that, they had all these Marvel figs, some of them worth $1 bazillion. So I know that they were doing that. And I understand that they were maybe selling sets early, but then I know that COVID hit and that was the year of the frigate, but
And the Bespin Duel.
and the Bespin Duel. And those ended up getting pushed to, I believe, Amazon and Target, maybe.
Correct.
And then it kind of fell off a cliff. Is that accurate? And then what's happened since then? Because I just feel like if there was something, I would have known about it.
Okay, so when they did the frigate specifically, but the frigate and the Bespin Duel, what happened was, especially with the frigate, they like way oversold them, and
They didn't put caps on them, right? They didn't do
canceled-
limit 1 or something, right? It was like 5 or 10.
no, I think it was like limit 1 or 3 or whatever, something normal. I think it was 3.
Okay.
Which I think at the time was ironic because this was like a 1 of 5. There was only going to be like 5 or 10,000 of them.
Yeah.
And this, of course, was the same time the File First Battle Pack was coming out. And the limit on the frigate was the same as it was on the File First Battle Pack, which was going to be a set that was going to be available forever,
Yeah.
So, like, that was just a funny, like, sub-note to all of that. But basically what happened was they way oversold it, and so they sold it through Lego and Amazon. On Lego.com, they oversold it. Lego.com just went way, and they had to cancel a bunch of people's orders, and they just screwed a bunch of people out of them that should have got one. And then on Amazon, they sold it early on Amazon, but it wasn't, like, obvious. It was, like, Lego 77904. And then there was no other like information with it.
There was no thumbnail, right, or something.
There was no picture. It was just that yellow like Lego box with no picture, anything, no description. And so like I bought a couple. Bunch of people bought some right then and there because they're like $40, not a lot of money.
I wasn't thinking. I just loaded up.
Throw
on
your
Duels.
hat in the bucket. Worst thing comes to worst, you get a Lego set you didn't know what it was, or you can return it to Amazon. You're getting your money back. Like there's zero risk to like secure your spot for whatever this random set is. But I think most people at the time knew what it was going to be. Anyway, so a bunch of people ordered it that way. So like a lot of the like stock was like taken before it was available, which like somewhat like kind of doesn't matter. Like people that were going to buy it would have bought it then or there, whatever. And it still would have been a problem.
Yeah.
But basically a lot of drama around that. And I was in LAN at the time, so this is maybe the most insight I ever got into anything. They told me they had to have a meeting because of my video about the whole subject, and ever since then there have been no convention exclusives. And so let me see if I can find it real quick, but something to watch later if you haven't watched it yet. But
yeah, guys, do your homework.
Yeah.
Well, since then, Lake has reminded us that they did do a kind of low effort. I guess Obi Vader 2-pack Brickheads came out. Was there a sticker? I feel like there wasn't.
There's been other things since then, but the idea of a convention exclusive set or figure, with the partial exception of like I think a Ninjago dragon that might have an exclusive print that was last year. That's what Sans told me just earlier. It's like I had an exclusive print, but I don't know if that was intended or not. I don't know what the deal with that was. I don't know Ninjago or understand it enough. But
I remember Duck was hype on it, and I think it has gone up to like a K or something. So there is that. But it was like a loose. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's that, but that's not. Yeah, it's not the same.
Star Wars Celebration did the 2 Brickheads in a row, 2 conventions in a row where they just put a sleeve around it and was like, you can have it a month early. Here you
Right,
go.
yes.
You're like, okay, cheers.
So they've taken away the idea of having like an exclusive item. They did do like an early access for that, and like they did put the
timed
cardboard sleeve on it
exclusive, they
that said,
call it in
you
the
got
game.
it here first, which is
Yeah.
the lamest thing I've ever seen.
I'm
Especially
not so
in
anti. If they
comparison.
put a sticker on it, Ryan, I bet you'd be chasing it more than you are
Of course,
now.
I bought it and own it,
Yeah.
but it's not the same as having a unique
Yeah.
set or figure.
Yeah.
They did the tiles as well, but that's like it's a tile.
Because that is a solution. So let's chop up Bob, the Bob situation. So
Well,
what? Go ahead. Finish the thought.
so yeah, so like there's a pretty distinct line in the sand. Convention exclusives used to be cool. You used to get cool sets and figures, and now you get a tile. You get a tile for me if you come meet me at Brickworld. Like, let's not pretend a tile's special, all right? But you also like, yeah, cardboard sleeve, and then this year maybe just a patch. Like, it's clearly like completely fallen off from what it used to be. And it's really sad because it used to be a really exciting thing, and I thought it was absolutely a good thing for the hobby. It was something that people enjoyed collecting. Look, not everyone can get it. Yeah, that sucks. That is the absolute downside of it, and that's. But now the
Extreme. It went too extreme.
Right, in lieu of having a convention exclusive, it's not like we just get the set we would have had otherwise.
Right.
Like outside, like there's no Bespin Duel coming out this year, no Nebulon B Frigate coming out this year, filling that slot.
Right.
You just get nothing now. So
yeah. Well, I think one of the things, and again, I think we're pretty aligned on this. Is like, okay, let's say they came out with something, you would have a certain contingent complaining, and in their minds, and probably a little bit rightfully so, that a reverse print 501st set comes out, right? Sets the world on fire. There's 1,000 of them, 5,000, whatever. And my argument for everybody freaking out is, and I mentioned this to Padawan before we got started, which is, okay, say they did a battle pack and they put 40 on it because they're not going to sell it for retail. They'll usually mark it up for the con. And say they did a $40 battle pack, the reverse 501st. I'm just making this up. It's like, dude, if I could get my hands on one for $150, you would do it like all day, whatever the markup is, because I also did not pay for Padawan. It'd be probably $3,000 to $5,000 trip conservatively for him to go from the UK to go get that. And there's either people that are willing to do that, or they'll just sit there and, whine and complain that they didn't get a fair shot at it. I just see things differently, I guess. And if you don't want it bad enough, go ahead.
it doesn't even matter how bad you want it. I've been at one of these conventions one time. I went to Star Wars Celebration in 2017, the year they were giving out the detention block rescue. Like, you had to like enter like a online. You had to enter like a thing to let you have a ticket to let you buy the thing, right? And I didn't get selected. My buddy Derek Pro Lego Channel did, and he got one. But like, I paid to go to the con, and I still couldn't get one. So like, it's not even like being there and having spent all the money to be there gets you there.
And to your point earlier, Ryan, the day you go too, they do have, and I used to live across the street from there. I used to go or late 2000s, early 2010s is when I lived in San Diego, and I used to just literally walk across the street. It was big, but it wasn't like it is now. Yeah, I mean, I went and what was I? It doesn't matter. There was something I was interested in, and they have daily limits. So if you can't go the whole time, you may strike out. I went on Friday and they're like, we're sold out. I'm like, for today. And I'm like, but I only have I would buy a day ticket. I didn't need the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, come back tomorrow. We have another allotment going out. So great second point. Even if you go to the thing, you're not guaranteed one. But again, I think these little things are special and fun. Obviously, they still do it a little bit with some of the insider stuff. There was a reasonable amount of hype for that poster on May the 4th, the little fig poster. They're still kind of doing it through there. I just don't understand, why they're not bought in on doing this. And then, not to mention, with their own conventions, and I'm not speaking on behalf of Brickworld here either, but like, I think like they should be doing more there too. I just don't understand.
Oh, yeah. They used to have a presence at like actual fan conventions, and now they don't.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And then I know we only have a few minutes, so I do want to jump into Bob real quick with you.
I can extend a little bit, but yeah, go ahead.
All right. Extended remix. This Bob thing. So their tentpole sort of announcements was the Bob and the Onyx, which, I get it. And now seeing what they've done there, and which you'll probably have to roll, but Duck has provided a from the floor video, which we're going to kind of look into and see what's going on. I get that the guys are there. A lot of the guys from Rebuild the Galaxy are there, so I understand the tie-in a little bit more. But I'm also hearing, and not from Duck or anybody specific, I promise. They're obviously a little disappointed that the Bob set has leaked and also gotten to people's hands due to the retailers and just sort of leaky pipes on that situation. And to that, I say, like, why couldn't we have done what they've at least done before, which is make that a September release? It's not that big of a deal. Throw a con sticker, a good sticker on that, and just, do your timed release thing. They didn't even bother doing that, which I think is weird. But anyway, the end result of Bob being announced is like, fart in the wind, whatever that term is. Nobody got no reaction from anybody because it was old news by then. So, like, I don't know, man. It just, and then they didn't even have the sets there. They are not selling anything this year.
That was crazy to me. Which, like,
the patch one thing, they're not selling anything there. Not even that set. And guess what? They have the entire cast and crew. And then I'll stop right here after I tell you this next thing, Ryan. There are people, and some of them, that had to go and procure the sets elsewhere while on the ground in San Diego just to have something for the cast that is there to sign.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like, they had to go get some Team Early magic to make it happen. They had to go hit the barcodes, do the tricks of the trade, and go make it happen. So what tangible thing, if you could head up CEO of Lego, finally, Ryan, well deserved, what would you do though? Like, how would you change it? You would just go back to True Blue?
Go back to the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't like it, sucks. You can't have everything. Like, we don't have everything right now because we don't have the convention exclusives we want. You know what I mean? It goes both
that's
ways.
True. There is a flip side to this, yeah.
But like right now, I don't have, like, no one has a convention exclusive set. So, like, I guess you got, like, I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I don't think there were too many people that, like, didn't want convention exclusives to not exist. But that was Lego's solution. Now, the hobby at this time was becoming way, way, way bigger. And so, like, the, I don't know, 5,000 or 10,000 would go a lot less far than they did before of however many, figures or sets that they had for that. So that was a whole different thing. Is, like, maybe that's part of why, is that they were like, yeah, there's just going to be so much demand for these that it's not worth it. But it's like, but that's part of the excitement and hype around your brand, is having something for people to be excited about and have demand for. And yeah, it sells for a lot on eBay. Who cares? Like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, but then again, so does the Falcon and the AT-AT.
Yeah, and what about, like, these employee exclusives? You still do those, like, employee gifts. That's not fair. Like, and I think it's a great, wonderful thing that they do for their company and their employees that work hard for them, is, like, give them something that is unique and exclusive. But it's like the fans get lost in the shuffle who pay the bills too. Like, not allowed to have something cool for them to go out and try to get. Like,
because Mayo says nobody cares, I'm going to read this. He's guilted me into it. No one talks about the Ninjago SDCC fig as much because it's not Marvel or Star Wars, which is all the sub community cares about. I care deeply about a lot of other themes. Okay, the Ninjago. I thought we didn't you mention that dragon? I guess there was a straight up.
I mentioned the dragon.
Well,
this
maybe
is
there was
general Comic-Con exclusive talk. But
listen, maybe there was a Lloyd we didn't know about. I apologize profusely, Mayo. I don't know that one's worth as much as, like, Deadpool Duck or whatever it was. Like, I was talking about the mainline heaters. I apologize, sir. Anyway, I just, and above and beyond that, like I said, I just, for the life of me, which is great for our friend Mark and, other folks out there running their biz, I don't know why they don't just come out and do their own. If they want to have it their way, which they do, they like to control their narratives, all that stuff, well established. Why don't they just do their own event, like a live one? Why do you think they don't do that and they choose to do like Lego Con, for example, that online spectacular?
Cooper with a goated comment, by the way, just fantastic.
This
fantastic stuff.
Yeah. Land members putting in average Joe's footwork to get stuff early. Yeah. Cooper, what's going on in Alaska? Are you? I mean, I don't know if were you able to get some team early going on out there? Do you guys get a team late? Is the sun out? I don't know what's going on over there.
Is the sun out?
I just hate how every other company and manufacturer can do their own exclusives, and then Lego just decides, "Nah, we're not doing this. Nah, no thanks." It just annoys me. Like I did,
It annoys you that you don't get the right to pay triple for it, right?
Like, yeah,
It's not surprising in the context of like how they treat a lot of other stuff and what some of the employees say, but at the end of the day, you have a collector community that cares about this sort of stuff and wants to have something that's rare and unique, and like that's part of the allure to it. That's part of why like collecting Lego as a thing is as exciting as it is now for a lot of people, is because of the 20 years of cool stuff they did. And so
right.
If it stays like it is now for the next 10, 20 years, well, then there's nothing cool anymore.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, I just don't get how, like, Legion can do it, Hasbro can do it, Funko can do it. I just don't get why they don't. They just decide, no, we're not doing it. It's just when everyone else is doing it, they can see it works.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, just even for the news, Ryan, if for nothing else, the news cycle, the normie news cycle, because as you know, there are people who just straight up cover pop culture. They're not even necessarily Lego fans, right?
Yes.
And they do a lap around the hall and they go, hey, here's the hottest items to get at this year's Comic-Con. And they have these big channels with millions of views. And they're like, here's the hotness this year. Transformers has announced a collaboration with WWE and whatever. Like, why wouldn't they want to be, part of that? Sphere?
I mean, they announced stuff, but yeah, like the Fortnite stuff. To answer CPA's question, we knew this 2 years ago when Star Wars Celebration 2022 happened. So this is not like old news necessarily. It's Comic-Con time, so it's pertinent again. Kind of circling back to like the Jedi Bob and the sets not being available at the convention, and if you put them out early, whatever. But Lego did, like, obviously they're selling nothing there this year, which is like really odd to me, but usually they do sell stuff at conventions, and so it would be entirely sensible to put out these Rebuild the Galaxy sets at their convention booth for sale. Like if that's the only 3 sets they sell, whatever. But of course with the or maybe there's some Ninjago stuff because there's Ninjago panels, whatever. But whatever makes sense to have there, so you don't have to bring everything. You just bring a ton of like the hot new items. You'll sell them all at full price Jones. You know how it is, right? And it's just like, why not? Because they've done it before. They've done it in more than this scenario, but in 2019, this is like the specific scenario example, is they had the Star Wars designers there at Star Wars Celebration for the reveal of the Tantive 4 set. That was not a UCS set, not a master, but it was a direct to consumer set for May of 2017 or 19, sorry. And they had the designers there, and they sold the set there early. And like the designers would sign it for you, which is like how I got the set when I got it, because I bought it from someone who was there.
Ant Bandit in the house.
But
Good to see you real quick. Ant Bandit in the house. I feel like Lego is opposed to secondhand prices getting out of hand. They prefer more accessibility. Exclusives will always end up becoming insanely priced in the aftermath. I would buy if they didn't keep layering on the $350 sets every single month. Like, I get what you're saying, that resale is completely different. They also own Bricklink, and I know they try to, act like they're not, studying it every single day. But I like the take. I don't think they care that much. If they cared that much, they wouldn't do things like the Rex thing. You know what I mean?
And they say it's exclusive in the manual. Yeah, exactly. But he's not wrong in that I think there is like an effort to quell it as much as possible, like to not have cool exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think
things.
it's completely wrong take at all. Yeah.
But ultimately what happens is, and I've said this in many videos, you can't sell everything for the lowest possible price. It's just not possible unless you're only going to sell one product and then start selling it expensive and sell it cheaper every month or whatever, or like release a new one every month that's cheap. You know what I mean? Like, because you only have so many slots. So like at some point, if you have a set like the Mos Eisley Cantina that's $400, there's not a bunch of other Mos Eisley sets that you're doing that are going to be able to re-release all of the cool exclusive figures that are in that set. You're just going to end up with some cool exclusive figures that are in the Mos Eisley Cantina, and that's cool and fine because it's cool, and it is part of the purchase or part of the allure of the hobby to me and to many people. If that's not for you necessarily, whatever, I don't care. Get back on Reddit and complain about it, but
Yeah.
There's clearly a big, it's a big part of the history of a lot of the themes too, is like what was cool and where did it come from, and
What do you think about? We'll get CPA's comment up, and then Padawan, your take on this. We'll kind of go around the room real quick. Part of the Lego mantra is 100% opposed to reselling. He has firsthand knowledge from personnel that they don't like reselling, at least in certain aspects.
All right, yeah, of course.
Okay, well, hold on. Define reselling.
Delete
Padawan,
Bricklink.
Padawan, do you
Well,
really,
it's
Padawan,
like,
do you really think that they're upset that products they make end up going up in value?
no, they bought an own Bricklink. If they were that upset, they would have bought Bricklink and shut it down. But they haven't. They've actively kept it up. I think that's daft. I think
What's
know,
the term?
I think
for
publicly,
moral-
I think Ryan, publicly, you say you're against reselling because I don't know a brand that exists that
It's like
doesn't say.
they're like trying to have the moral high ground on it.
Correct.
But it's like Target resells your product, Toys R Us resold your product and marked it up a few dollars every time. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Like, when I was 12 years old, I didn't like that
But
Toys R Us
even
did that.
okay, so you're going like technical,
Sure.
factual reselling. The definition of reselling is, I sold it to you for X, you sold it for Y, right?
Yeah.
I do not think that they're opposed to what happens to some of these sets exploding in retirement. If
No,
they
it can't.
ever tried to shut that down, that is like, do you know? Look, I don't know what percent reselling is. I've heard it is 1% of the sales. Let's just say it's not even necessarily about that. It's just they have established that this
It's
stuff
part of-
is valuable,
have a
right?
good-
It's part of the
It's part of the
luxury.
reason people buy the iPhone. It holds its value better than other sets. I don't
Exactly.
buy the iPhone because I'm going to resell it for a bunch of money in the future, but it's not a bad, like,
When you get your
back
new
of your
one, you're
mind,
2/3
like,
of the way there.
oh yeah, if I ever do decide I want to get rid of this, it'll be more valuable than this other thing I could have bought.
Yeah.
And that's not like, and it's not that people collect Lego necessarily because of that, but it certainly does not hurt. And I'm sure, like, on the margins, like, it's just like, oh, these little things that a company can do of like having a good, healthy, like, secondary market for Lego absolutely benefits them in an unquantifiable way. It's probably to the tunes of like billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of. It's
Yeah.
got to be some substantial amount of money, right? Like some,
C-
but I don't know what they
CPA
paid for
opened a
Bricklink.
barrel
But
of worms, but I that was a great take, CPA. He's going to clarify it sometime. He doesn't want to write a paragraph. I appreciate that. No, it's all good. I just disagree 9,000%. I think customer facing, you have to say this stuff, but I'm telling you, they love having that juice. They do. Someone just brought up Nike. I don't want to make this a big shoe discussion here. Nike, and they really did. This was in the heat of the sneaker game. It's when Yeezys were going nuts, and I know that's Adidas. I know that's Adidas and all that stuff, but they did their absolute best to stop bots and yada yada yada. But I got to tell you, at the end of the day, they didn't care because all that would happen is whether bots bought them or us three bought them, they sold out within seconds. I know, Ryan, I've talked to
money's the same.
You gave up on trying to do that stuff because it frustrated you to hell. And believe me, I played that game.
I've only ever tried to buy a couple pairs of shoes.
I know,
like
but I
that,
did it every Saturday.
No,
I did
sucks.
it every
Yeah.
Saturday for years. Saturday
Yeah.
was release day. And you know what, man? They can sit there and say that they don't want resellers and da-da-da-da-da, but that is like, I don't know what percent of that brings people to the yard every time, but it definitely brings a big percentage of folks, and it definitely drives the hype. So my answer to that is, again, on the surface, they don't like resellers because of course they don't. You can't, you can't like resellers, right? Publicly. However,
It's good for them.
it is great for
Yeah.
them. And Bandit says that Bricklink data is definitely being used to make their own PAB a better competitor. And to that I say that is a very valid point. I also argue that in addition to that, you don't think that they're, I don't know, Ryan, we haven't been proven that they are actually. They should be looking at that and seeing what Palpy's arrest is going for when
They say the Star Wars designers say they don't look at it.
and and if they don't, that's very noble, but it's very stupid.
Actually,
I don't know why you wouldn't look at what's trading very high.
Yeah.
When you have got when you go into some of these
frankly,
markets,
though, too.
but hold
Sean,
on, when you go
sorry,
in
go ahead.
real quick,
Yeah.
when you go in, I'm on a rant here.
No, you're good. You're good.
When you go into, especially around Tyler and Stud City, where every single Walmart is 50% off of damn near everything, Star Wars included. When you have that going on, I'm sorry, but I work in these kind of offices where clearance is a bad thing. And if you have that information at your fingertips, and I'm designing a wave for the Revenge of the Sith anniversary, the first thing I'm going to do, if I care about keeping my job, is go, what worked last time? What's popping? I know this culture of reselling, and I know some of these things are sky high. What haven't we not had in whatever years? And I would look at that and go, oh, we got to make another Palpy, clearly. And they're probably going to do it with Endor because they see what's going on with that. And if you're not doing that, maybe they're not. But to that, I say, if they're not doing that, that's insane and not smart business.
So, all of this is in the context of like they own Bricklink. All of the data that of how much stuff sells and how much it's worth. You don't have to own the site. Like we all see it too. So that's what it's even crazier about, is they don't even have to own the site to like use all of this information. Like I'm sure there's some information they get on the back end, but like a lot of it is public facing of like last 6 months sales, new and used. You can see what's available, what the average prices are. There's websites like Brick Economy that track everything. So
yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone and their brother is data driven today. Why wouldn't they be? You don't get to be $1 billion company if you're not data driven. I don't
shoot
buy
more
it.
3-pointers.
Exactly. And why did that happen? Because somebody sat there and took,
Took 50 years or so, or maybe not that long,
Well,
but
no,
took a
but
long
it
time
did.
for someone to do the math.
Well, it did. And you're seeing, Ryan, to your point, go to sports. More and more people are going for it on fourth.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because
Except the Patriots.
The best indicator of the future is the past. It just is, man. It's just the way it is. I know you don't have much time. What else? Any other takes on Lego? If you could, I know you said make it like it used to be, but let's find a happy medium, Ryan. Maybe they won't make it. What's something realistic? What could you picture?
I think
them?
they're in what they consider to be the happy medium, because the other like to do anything better, you have to have an exclusive like actual set or figure, versus like
cracking them
like a tile or a piece of cardboard, or versus nothing. And so those are your three options. And
are they above it? Is it they think they have enough juice? They don't need to do these things, Ryan.
I mean, I'm sure they think that, and they're probably right. But like as a fan, I still want to have cool stuff to try to get. Like I don't even want all of it. Like there's plenty of Comic-Con stuff I don't care about, but every once in a while there's that cool thing like Sheriff Deadpool that I'm like, oh, I want that. Or of course for Star Wars specifically, I would want all of it. But like it's just fun to have something other than the normal sets.
Yeah.
And also not like Mexico factory stolen recolors. So there's that too.
Speaking of that, it's been shut down for this wave. Maybe the last few waves, right?
That's not true at all.
Oh, okay. Well, public facing, I don't know. I'm not on Whatnot as much, but
no.
Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry.
Wrong. Yeah, sorry.
Is there a Hut Slayer Leia that I'm missing?
Not yet. Those haven't leaked yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I
Can
haven't
you
seen
send me a little special note when
It's
they
July. That set comes out October, so probably in the next month. I would keep an eye out. See you later, Ant Bandit.
Bandit, I hope we didn't run you off by disagreeing with some of it. I'm sorry.
I would keep an eye out for the next month, probably for that. But like the other figures were definitely making their rounds and they were leaking. And yeah,
I'll tell you what, it actually gets to the point now where even over here in Europe, we're actually actively going into the US market to like look for figs because it's way cheaper than getting them over here because the Mexico factory leaks because they're so easy.
Probably for some of the new stuff, but it just depends because it goes both ways. There's stuff
Yeah.
here that like I would, if you are looking for certain things, just it's cheaper there because the market's not as hot,
Yeah.
or in like some like Asian countries sometimes. So yeah, it definitely is both ways. But yeah, specifically for that stuff because it's from North America, I wouldn't be surprised.
So, like as a quick example, last year was last September was when the gunship release, wasn't it? Then the Ghost and
Wow.
so I went on to
real quick. I'm out of the loop. So the Dark Falcon stuff's already been out. Jeez Louise.
That's what I just told you.
Oh, I was reading Ryan. I'm driving the boat. I have, what are we doing?
Well, I didn't say that specifically, but yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Well, you didn't say
it's part of it. The Dark
Well,
Falcon stuff, yeah.
saying I was on Matty's streams and I was just buying. He was selling the Commander Foxes for $10 a piece, and I was like, over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's back to Olaf.
Big
He's
Lego
frozen.
doesn't want you to know what they cost in Europe.
Yeah, so I'm buying it for like 10 a piece, and over here they were like 50 at the time. So I was just like, Matty, like buying loads, and then over here it was just like because people didn't want to pay for it because obviously the fake shit. So I was just handing them out like, yeah, look at these. Yeah.
Happy Halloween candy.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to always call out when I see him here. I'm a fan of Five Lonely Clones. I like your stuff. It's good. Yeah. Padawan taking over Brent's role. Seriously, dang, that's dedication with the technical issues. Oh man, that's funny. Y'all broke him. But yeah, I guess rounding this out, Ryan. I don't know. I just want it to be better as a fan. I cruise from the peripheral. Just you know me, I'm always about the hype, and like I take in all these things, and I'm like, all right, where's Lego's little spot in this segment, or what's and I know a lot of it's bought and sold with PR. I understand how that works too.
Yeah.
But that being said, I still will dive into what this release is and how meaningful it is for somebody else. And there are some Hasbro, other heavyweights out there putting out limited stuff, and you can only get it there. And even if it's something I'm not interested in, I still want to at least have a shot or be able to consider it. And I just feel like, with Lego as my main right now, I'm just like, I don't know. I'd like to be part of that excitement. And I just feel like we're left out a little bit on that. That's all.
Just as a quick example, so Star Wars Celebration,
like we don't get it that way. They do it their own way. Yeah, go ahead.
Star Wars Celebration 2023. Hasbro did a Revenge of the Jedi Vader in red. It was amazing. And we all thought it was an exclusive fig, and it turns out it wasn't. It was a timed exclusive, so no one got it.
That's okay too. I mean,
no one got it for 6 months, but the people who were at the convention got it straight away. So,
and what were they able to do if they got 10 of them?
Exactly,
in those 6 months.
Yeah, and the price did skyrocket through the roof. But like, even at bare bones, that would be like okay, I guess. But I agree with Ryan. I think I would like to, even for me, that would be hard to obtain. I think exclusives are good for everyone and the hobby itself. So.
Ryan, sales predictions on August 1st. Any sellouts? Is there anything that strong? And if not sold out, still stack rank.
Oh, my least favorite question because you never know how many they made.
Fair enough, but like just word on the street. You're connected.
Jedi Bob Starfighter and
in your world, do you think? Okay, so Bob is still the hottest set.
Peridia because Thrawn and people have wanted Thrawn for a long time. It sets overpriced and the stickers blow. But
do you see how happy I was to get that Sarlacc, Ryan? I sent you that pic.
Yes.
You don't think the olds will show up for? It's too high, right? That's the problem.
It's too much money, even for the
olds.
You've been working for 20 years. You got $80, but a lot of people are just like a lot of people are wise enough to the game, and you're even wise enough to the game. But you have a Lego podcast. You're gonna buy it first day. You know what I mean?
Well, I've also announced that the barge is the greatest set of all time without even seeing it. So
we've seen it, but
sure, but
it's gonna have brick built sales.
Yeah, all right. So I will say, first days on shelves. I think I think Bob's gonna get that sort of Rex microfighter treatment where he's gonna be gone.
Jedi Bob, yeah.
Yeah.
I was during the pod. I just because we mentioned that they were revealed. I checked the Lego.com listing because I knew it was. I had like people have been saying it's on Lego.com today.
Yeah.
So they actually mentioned that he's from the 2002 set in the description, and I was shocked. Usually they It's like for Lego, mentioning the fandom is like talking politics. They just don't do it. So I was shocked that they're like a 2002 fan favorite. I'm like, what is this? Like they almost like I don't remember the gunship description, but I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't even mention the fan vote. You know,
So-
like
What sets? There's been mixed reviews on Dark Falcon. Let's talk about it.
I think
Do
the
you-
Dark Falcon is amazing.
I do too. But is this going to be talked about in 10 years, or is it like a hotness right now kind of thing? Because the only other variant Falcon we have right now besides remakes is Kessel Run, right? So
Yeah.
like using history.
No one thinks about the Castle Run Falcon. I would agree, but
They
this is like
don't.
an evil Falcon, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm prisoner of the moment right now, but it is very cool.
No,
Like,
I'm with you. I think it's
so-
awesome. I hope it goes down because I think they took a chance, and I feel like execution wise, for the most part, I
Yeah.
believe we were a 9.5 on it. They pretty much knocked it out of the park
Yep.
with what they were trying to do. How much of the Falcons' future success is tied to this series? And my concern is I don't think any of these series have ever really popped off these animated things, right?
This
Like
one-
really popped off. Besides,
This one, unlike the other ones, though, is made for fans, like with that like point of view. I think like having Jedi Bob in it, having cool things like
'cause you're
Darth Jar
unreasonably
Jar.
excited about this animated series.
There's a lot more to it than I think like a Freemaker Adventures like typically has, you know. So
Okay.
that's the
or a holiday special.
right. Yeah. It's just better like that. So, all right. I'm out. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your podcast. The balloons. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, an up and coming YouTuber, man, doctor.
In the grand scheme of things, yes. All right,
Well,
you guys have a great day.
in
Thank
our
you so
little
much.
corner of the
Goodbye,
universe.
Brick
Goodbye.
Ostif, Cooper. Goodbye,
I
chat.
was in the house. Look at him.
Later.
There you go.
Ooh. The man, the myth, the legend.
There he is. Well, I want to thank Ryan for stopping by and providing. I wanted his takes and I wanted his history. He knows the history of all this stuff. I think the clear takeaway is like, without being, I hope we didn't come off as too whiny there, Padawan, and I hope the folks watching aren't feeling that way. It's not end of the world that they're not doing stuff, but it's a nice to have. You know what I mean? It'd just be cool. That's all.
I just wish they'd do something. Like, I guess the SDC this year, they're just not doing well. From as far as we're aware, we might change, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah, tomorrow they might drop a purple Vader, and we all just
or like a dark
the Mace Windu Vader 10 made, and we like, you know what? Lego's a bunch of jerks.
Darth Plagueis first fig.
Yeah, with an
Limited to
acolyte
100.
brand on it. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
hilarious. Let's see. Currently sorting Bionicle pieces, gearing up for 2025 garage sale. That a boy. Don't just do that. All right. For me, out of the Dark Falcon, X-Wing TIE Fighter, I feel like the fighters will do better. Interesting. I love it. Listen. You've heard the grandma argument. I think if grandma's getting one set for little Timmy.
How much is it? Again, the X-Wing TIE Fighter.
In the States, 110.
There's no way that's flying off the shelves. I'm not. I mean,
I don't
over
mean
here.
flying, but I think the statement from Garrity was it'll do better, whatever that means. Like, will they sell more units? Will they make more revenue off of that?
Okay, but my idea, like, say you got Bob. Say Bob's next to it, and Grandma goes, "Yeah, that one. That
Because
one."
it's 40, but she doesn't know who Bob is, man.
Yeah, but she sees bright colors and goes, "Yeah, that will do."
I think Ryan's got a very high confidence level in Bob, and I think I'm so glad they made it, just to be clear. And for the hardcores, it'll do fine, but like staying power wise, I don't know. And
Well,
dude, let's be clear. I mean, it's a hot looking set, regardless. You know what I mean? Even if they put Steve the Jedi in there, it's still.
Or the new jumbo pack sitting next to it, the new jumbo box of boys that's going to be sat next to it eventually. In when's that set?
Anyways, we were so rudely interrupted by some kid. All right. We're going to fly through some of these because I think your interest level is about the same here. The supply llama. I mean, dude, if you don't see this, high clearance Cody alert, right? I mean, I don't know. Could somebody from the fandom of Fortnite, I understand the llama's a thing, but is it like, Is it a buy a $40 set over it level of thing? I'm bored of the llama just from seeing it around. I don't know if this is like the Mickey Mouse of Fortnite, like the main
Again, never played it enough
mascot.
to.
Yeah.
I don't remember this being a thing way back when it started, but
People aren't liking it. The llama, Dark Falcon definitely selling better.
yeah,
Reese, love you, bud. I think initial pop. You know what? I might not even say that. I was going to say initial pop. I think if that, initial pop, the Falcon's going to be harder to find. But I think staying power wise, Padawan, tie an X-wing, man. They don't keep making them just to be dicks. You know what I mean? They're not doing it to be jerks. They're making these because they sell.
Yeah.
And there's always somebody's. Look, in Transformers, there's always someone's first Optimus Prime. In Lego, there's always somebody's first X-wing and TIE fighter.
Yeah, it's like the Falcon
in a Falcon, and that's why they've stated they're always going to have those on the shelves. So,
yeah.
And if you're looking for a Falcon, the one you recall from the movie, and it's not gray,
yeah,
little bit of a riskier perch for people who want the gray one. I don't know.
They're not going to buy the UCS one on a whim, really.
This is one of those ones where I side definitely. I mean, I side with Lego a lot, but I mean, this one especially, it's never a bad idea to have that out. Now, selfishly, we would rather have something we didn't just get retired the same month or a few months ago with the other ones. Sure, I'd like to see a lot of 100 other things, but like if I'm running a business, I'm like, I want to see that on there.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. As a long time. The llama is decently priced, by the way. I just did look at the shout out to City, killing the game, 100K subs, good friend.
Yes.
Everybody give him some dubs. Llama's decently. That's true. 40,
you're buying this over the Nana. Do you know what I mean? You're buying this over the Nana if you had to pick between the two because of purely the price difference.
Yeah. All right, we spent enough time on the llama. I don't know. I'm just personally bored by it. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh God.
The Durr Burger. And again, this probably has really cool, fun meaning to everyone in the game. I think it looks cool. 15, quick target toss for a lot of people. Could you throw a fig in there and make it 20? You know what I mean? That's where my head goes. Padawan's stunned into silence, or he's frozen.
I'm here.
Right? Do you have anything to say about this?
Not a clue. Don't have a Scooby what it's even about, to be fair. Yeah, I know it's a Durr Burger. I've never actually. I think I've seen it once before, not Lego form, but yeah, like it looks funny though. Like
this girl looks moderately like my daughter, and she's bored. You can tell she's clearly bored here.
She's being forced to do this. She's getting something else out of doing this.
With her braided lightning cable and her full keyboard. I don't know.
School keyboard.
Uh-oh, what happened? We abandoned the Falcon here. All right, let's go back. Oh,
man. Yeah, doesn't do it for me. That's all. That front view is awful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Listen, I will give Lego this, and I don't have any of the analytics, but man, they stick to their guns on stuff. You know what I mean? They do. They follow through with things, whether they're going to be hits or not.
I'm surprised that they. I just think this is awful. Like, you'd have to have this as a side eye. It's a side eye build. Like, you have to have it side on. You have that front on. You are. Yeah, that's just awful. But yeah, if this sells well, they'll come out with the rest of them.
It's not for you. I mean, come on.
I don't know. I like Sonic, but Shadow's cool. He was always my favorite one. But for me, nah, I'm all right. Thanks.
Now, cool. right when we're saying nothing going on at SDCC, they go and do something like this. This is a friggin' heater. Dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would love to be. they're standing in front of this, taking a bunch of pics. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty
Mhm.
badass. And then they go and do something like this. You know, this is great.
They should have that on a one of those VIP raffle things that they do.
But shout out to Creamy Vades, looking glorious, and dude, blown up just illustrates it more. Could we get a little bit of eye color? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Looks like a knockoff helmet to me. I don't know what to say.
It's like a tinge of blue is what we need in those eyes.
It's a little something.
Just here we go.
And then Falcon, being cheeky as you would say,
Mm.
post this yesterday. The never before seen Jedi Bob Starfighter. Oh man.
I want to know what's going on with that Mon Calamari that's just like in a stormtrooper outfit. Just like
No, there's definitely intrigue. I mean, like Ryan's got a point. There's more going on with this one, and definitely more interest. We'll see in the execution of the series, you know.
Mhm.
But I'm
And if
definitely more intrigued than I have been about some of the other,
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars animated stuff.
If anything, I want to get like I'm excited to see the show because I want to know the lore behind these sets. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they bother explaining it? I feel like there's gonna be like a grandiose thing at the start. Everything was fine one day until a cataclysmic, whatever hit the moon or the moons, and then you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like a big bang kind of thing, turned everything upside down. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I feel like that'll be the quick explanation, and then we just kind of get let in on some of the results. You know what I mean? You can't go into every single story like Calamari Clone, I don't think.
Or it's a passing thing.
Yeah, Hive really hates gonks lately. But I agree, they've been overplayed a little bit. Anyway, this thing's for the Bob, the other figure, and they knew that. They didn't really go nuts. D&D we've seen.
Do you talk about the? I don't know if it's on Falcons. The Super Battle Pack. Did you talk about that one? The new one that's been.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on Falcons. I believe it might be, but if not, we'll get to it. Padawan, the main stage is yours. I have to
cool.
use the facilities. Talk to me about Mario, and then maybe get into just Mario as a theme.
Cool. Right. So, I mean, I'm never been for the Mario sets, but this looks pretty cool. It looks like it's got the wind bit at the bottom. It makes it move up and down, which would be pretty nifty. How much is this bad boy going for? Doesn't say. Falcon doesn't say, but this is going to be a plus 100 set. Who else? Haven't seen that Yoshi before. Breaking news. Ostif likes it. Ostif rates the set. I mean, everything is cool. Out of all the Mario sets I've seen come and go, this is definitely one that sticks to my mind. That and the question, the box. So $129.99. Okay, that's not bad. It's not too bad. I'd like to know how big this is going to be for $129.99. If they can get it a decent size, then I think it's totally worth the price. But I imagine it's going to be relatively small. Yeah, if it was sub 100, I'd be 100%. I'd be definitely into it, 100%. What's $129.99 for the UK boys? That's what it's about 100. It's about 100, 110, something like that. I say this have to have some size on it, and considering it's flat, it would definitely need to be of scale. There's no need for it to be two. It's around 2 piranha plants stacked together tool wise. Okay, that's not too bad actually, is it? That's not too bad. What's that? Couple of feet. That's not too bad. Yeah, I know. I'm the same. Like, I'd be so interested in like a proper Mario, Luigi, Yoshi fig, molded fig. That would be mega. Not like the brick built shit we've had in the past. Black box art set. What's that? Black box art works here. It does here. It does. Yeah, the black box art, the adult kind of orientated branding here does work, and it looks really nice, especially with that glow in the background. Kind of highlighting. I think he's trying to make it as if it's a 3D set, but let's be honest, it's more of like it's going to have that wall art effect, but it's obviously going to be stood on a shelf type thing, so you can. It's not going to be a thick old boy. Lego Mario did the opposite of curing my depression. Well, I just forget it exists, to be honest. I could just forget it exists. 25, 29, yeah. Oh, did he? Okay. So Beyond the Brick, I already have it about this set. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like I say, we would have wanted some actual molded pieces. Would have been nice. Can you imagine if you had the whole Mario lineup in molded figs? What a collection that would be! Going all the way from like Wario to Mario to Peach. It'd be pretty cool. I'd be so into. And then back. 3 inches wide at the base. I was just saying that this foot would have to have some size on it. It'd have to have some.
I've
some
heard anywhere from like 130 to like 200 on this. I feel like it's got to be like around that 150, 130. I don't know. What's piece count? Yeah. 12, 15, 130. What do you think?
If this was sub 100, I'd be all over it. But if it'd have to have size, I think what makes or breaks this set is going to be the size, as in how tall and wide it is. Some people are saying it's about two piranha plants tall, and then about
okay. Ooh, they really broke it down in Mario scale. Yeah.
And then like I think someone said it was like 3 or 5 inches wide. Oh, it's about 3 inches wide at the base.
Settle down, Hive. Yeah. Jesus.
But like everyone's saying in here, just give us some damn figs already, like some proper molded figs.
Oh no, Star Wars CMF discussion. What happened while I was gone?
I don't know. This has just popped in. This has just popped up. This has just popped up.
No,
I saw
Tyler.
No, but it does make me think that Tyler put that thing on his story about having like the Star Wars CMF, and it's just all like different Mon Calamari figs. I was like, I'll be down for that.
Oh, it's just like different outfits. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same Mon Calamari head with different outfits on.
What does the butt look like? Do we have a butt shot? I don't know that we do. No, see, we're not going to see the other side, which will look like the underbelly of a Mandalorian fighter, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you think this thing is 360, there's no way.
No, there's no chance. But it's going to have that, it's going to have the element of going up and down, isn't it? Is that what we're going to go for?
So I've heard a little bit. I think Yoshi's feet go and the tongue is what I'm hearing.
Okay, so I was expecting the whole thing to kind of rise.
I did too. I thought it'd been cool if he just kind of bounced, but
yeah. So is that CPA saying $130? $130.
130. All right.
15.5 inches tall. 10 inches at its widest.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, for collectors' sake reasons, I wish this would have been like a fleshed out Bowser. You know what I mean? Like I personally, I'm over the 8-bit style. I know people are still into it, but I feel like, you know what I mean? Like this 8-bit, which I guess in this case would be 16-bit. Is this based off of Super Mario World? I think it is.
Yeah. For
the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I just feel like this pixelated thing is come and gone. For me personally, I would rather have this in a Bowser style, smaller because they're smaller, right?
Yeah.
But I would have rather had that, and then you have something to go hang out with Bowser.
We're going live action. Let's get it done.
Yeah. Because Lego doesn't pay any attention whatsoever to sales of other products.
Yeah.
They've decided to make a botanical garden and feature these windows that everybody's gone nuts about, Padawan, for the last, with the friend sets.
Yeah.
No clue where they got the inspiration to do this. No, without being condescending. Cool. I think it's going to look spectacular. It is.
Yeah, I think Sam's going to see this in the store and go, I want that, please. And I'll be like, okay. With every other set she now wants.
Do it purely so she continues to tolerate your hobby. You won't be happy about it. Hey,
as I said, she's got like 6 or 7 sets on the go she wants. I've already bought 3 of them, and she's still not happy. She wants more.
Are they all girthy boys, or does she want anything smaller, or what?
So I've recently bought her the motorized lighthouse, the tree house, and the girthy one that she really liked was the and she end up getting is the what's it called, National History Museum modular. I was like, you
Did she get you got her that one?
Yeah. I treated her.
Wow.
I bought. They all went on sale. They all went on sale 30% off in this one particular store, and I just went and I just put all three in the cart and was like, off, and then just went, here you go. That would keep you quiet for a bit.
Yeah. Lego ideas, potato. That's the other thing. It's like they're not analytical. You don't think they're seeing what's getting high votes on ideas, doesn't make the cut. I mean, there's so much history of them coincidentally coming out with stuff that popped off on ideas, right? So, and again, I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with it, but just for people to say that they don't pay attention to it, I'm like, I don't know, little naive. Okay. Another Burrows coming. Girthier one. 10 figgies, 260, 2,400 pieces. A closed up back, Padawan. That's good to see.
This is the first time my Wi-Fi's ever done this to me since I've been in this house, and I'm going to go absolutely spaz tomorrow at the provider.
What's the care level of this going to be? I think the Potter people are kind of into this one. Seems they've really started going with some girthy Potter sets as of late.
And we're back.
Hey, have you unplugged the Wi-Fi, the router, and plugged it back in? Have you tried that move yet?
No, I'm going to go do that now, actually.
Right.
It's a kind of a good thing because I don't do Harry Potter. I actually know quite a lot about Harry Potter, but Harry Potter the theme needs to take itself away for a few years.
All right. All right. Padawan's going to go try to get it sorted there. All right. I'll start this one without Padawan because I'm pretty excited about this. So F1, they're going big with F1. Presence across multiple themes in 25, similar how they did space in 24. Don't know how I feel about that part. I feel like space threw themselves on a bunch of themes that they didn't necessarily need to. And I don't know if everyone agrees with me. It's fine if you don't. But in particular, I think for the most part, everybody's really loved the city space sets. I think those are definitely selling the best. But you've seen they've kind of thrown some stuff on Friends. What else did they do? And some of the little, what are they calling those kits? I never buy them. I'm sorry, but just the big box of bricks, the yellow box. They're throwing themselves on that. Like Duplo. Okay. Yeah. Duplo. They probably made a space Duplo. I don't remember seeing that, but let's go with that. F1 needs to be what they've been doing, which is what brought them to the dance. Speed champs. Technic. And City. Oh, he has it listed there. I wonder what the and more is. Are we going to have some friendly F1? Is that what we're doing? We're going to have some friends F1? I'm not sure. But those of you guys that are into this sort of thing, I'll tell you what I want to see. City or otherwise, I want to see a paddock. I want to see stands. I want to see the semi-truck. I want to see the stuff that was in early day speed champs that went away. I would love to see some fully fleshed out, a podium. I'd love to see the podium. How sick would that be? So as long as there's enough of that stuff, cool. I just get a little concerned when they're like across multiple themes. So like, what's the end more kind of thing? If there's some art, I guess that's cool. Land Speeder F1. Are they going to throw themselves into Star Wars? Are they going to, they're going to rebuild the galaxy with F1? I think it'd be interesting. Dude, a Max Verstappen CMF would be insane. Yeah, F1 garage, a little paddock. I think that'd be awesome. Mario F1. It's the only way we're going to... Instead of a car, it's a cart. Instead of a driver, it's a Mario minifigure. Dude, that'd be one way to sneak it through. Dude, F1 CMF, they would never, but God, that'd be awesome. CPA, take F1 out of my speed champs, taking up valuable. CPA, you'd rather have some car that 99% of the population has never heard of and not have a Haas team racing car, really? I don't know, man. Guys, look who's here. Newly crowned land member and great friend of the show. Shy Time is my time. What up, fam? Good to see you, brother. Shy, we're just talking F1. Apparently, they're going to be going big with it this year across multiple themes. CPA, take the L. Sean's roasting. I'm not trying to roast C. I love CPA. We disagree on a lot of stuff. It's okay. It's going to be dupe builds of different, likely wrong colors. So CPA, when you say it's taking up space, are you saying that it's just going to pretty much be like recolors of everything they've done before? Because I think that's fair. I think that is a valid concern. Because instead of getting like different models, you're going to have, for example, the McLaren this year rebuilt into a Red Bull, etc. I think if they do one per wave that way, I don't see anything wrong with an F1 car taking that slot, because the end result, for continuity's sake, and a lot of people would be into this, even people who aren't into F1 necessarily, but to be able to have some sort of continuity and have a collection of cars, similar shapes and sizes, but in different colors, I think that's pretty cool. I always appreciate continuity and a run of anything with any collectible, quite frankly. Like F1 this year, it's been a little bit wonky, right? We did get 2 F1 speed champs, which is awesome. But then if you look at everything else they've done, they did the big Mercedes, they did a medium-sized Mercedes, they did the small McLaren, the pullback. That's what I meant by medium. Did a pullback McLaren, and it's like it's going to be pretty hard to display. And then they did the Senna, which is a fantastic set, one of my favorite sets of the year. The Senna tribute set, which that's in not any kind of scale of any of the other cars. So it's kind of like, I'd rather have just some kind of consistency. We got Tyler from Life Bricks. Given his team early. Tyler, I sent you the link. Pop on for a second. Tell us about that Deadpool movie. We're getting to that time. Tyler went and saw Wolverine Deadpool. McLaren has 3 different sizes. Yeah, so they had the McLaren had the Speed Champs, the pullback, and the Senna, right? Yeah. No spoilers. Live Bricks. Formula One has captivated North America with Netflix Drive to Survive. Now we need more F1 merch. I agree. I mean, look, if you're not into it, I get it. I won't spend too much time on that, but I do appreciate the possibilities. And I think if done right, there's a good chance there. I just wish they would keep it all in the play scale paradise. Minus a couple, you got to do a couple of girthy boy cars to keep the continuity going on those big boy Technic sets. Otherwise, Tyler is currently eating canes with his dad, just popping in for the moment. Tyler, you can pop it on while you're eating. It's fine. Everyone's deeply concerned about Tyler's meal right now. I kind of am too. I wish someone would explain Canes to me. I don't get it whatsoever. All right. That was the longest Falcon's nest of all time, but so good to see the Falcon flying again. And guys, if you would like to interact, if you're new here, with the Falcon himself, amongst all the other legends here in the Girth Gang in the chat, please, we implore you, sign up for our Discord. It's awesome. It's an extension of the show. You get to keep the show going all week long, hanging with the boys, some valuable pro tips. There's food chat, comedy. We even had I think a really solid troll this week from a guy who hated the topic name of one of our threads, which was great. Anyways, if somebody could, thank you, CPA. CPA is, of course, heading this up. He's the admin. He makes all things possible there. Go check out our Discord. A lot of fun. And as we wind down the Falcon fan here, as promised, our friend Duck, who was on last week, has so graciously volunteered his footage of the San Diego Comic-Con floor. So we're going to go check that out. We're going to see what Lego is presenting to probably, the most sort of influential event of its kind as far as pop culture. There's no doubt SDCC is where everyone looks. So we're going to get this going. And again, huge shout out to Duck for coming on and for spending time with us. Let me get this going here. All right. I think we'll mute here so we can kind of take a look. Dude, is he just he's trolling even more. I didn't even catch this earlier. I got to text him about this. Are you guys catching this? Dude, he's moonwalking even harder down his step. Look at this. Dude, what the fuck? I'll be honest with you guys. I know how you guys watch videos too. You usually just scrub to what you're looking for, but this is... And then he teleports into San Diego. Oh my God. That's so funny. All right. Look, at least they didn't completely go through his sets. All right, here we go. That is, dude, I've got to specifically tell him how awesome that was. All right. All right, so here's a booth tour, guys. For those of you guys who have just heard about it and only seen stills, whatever, this was taken, I believe, last night. So let's take a look. This is San Diego Comic-Con, definitely before the madness. Those floors would never be that open. And let's take a look. Here's Lego's presentation this year. Jonathan, super mini hero figures today. Shout out. Space themed. The whole thing is space themed. You guys see that? All right, so there's a good look at the scale of the Mario set. Guys, let me know what you guys think. Now that you're seeing an actual built, not a rendering, what are we thinking? Let's score. Let's score the new Mario out of 10. No amateur scores. You got to give points there. SDCC F25 F1 theme confirmed. Yeah, pretty much. When they decide to sort of spread an overarching theme over other themes, that's a great call, Fabu. Meh. 5. Getting 5s. I mean, dude, honestly, just at a glance, let's talk Mario here. I'm digging the Piranha over that. I don't know about you boys. I'm looking at them side by side. Price points too. Give me that Rana. Yeah. Pig saying 3-point dump out of 10. Pig, if you commented, I'm sorry I missed it because I was going on my F1 rant. Like, where are you at on this, dude? You're like the Speed Champs king. What do you think about this F1 stuff? I need to know. Let's see. How they reveal those sets to land guys and land days, how I wish Lego would do it for the public too. You talking about where they do the tablecloth thing? I don't know. I mean, yes, if it's finished. I think what's cool about that is they're showing them kind of midstream, makes them feel. You gotta incentivize the land guys a little bit. You know what I mean? But I agree with you. Shelf build at 4.5. Do we lose Padawan forever? Are we doing the first solo ACOB stream? Truly, is that what we're doing? Right. Tyler would rather have cane sauce. Unbelievable. A fig would pick it up 2 points. I agree. 3D better for Mario. I think when we saw this set announced, I mean, I don't know if I said it out loud, but I'm like, cool, they're making something to go with the Bowser, you know. Tyler wants the tablecloth. He likes magic too, you know. You're like Duck SDCC being posted to Discord. Dude, it's so good. Thank you. If somebody clipped that, I'm definitely sending it to him. Padawan pulled the cord and went to bed. He probably had enough. Maybe his internet died permanently. I'm not sure. All right, let's move on. Padawan.
Let's see if this works.
Did you go to the cable company, yell at them, and then come back, or what?
No, I just turned the thing off, and it took a age to come back on. It's fucking devastating. My dog in the crate, just like, what are you doing? It's 3 a.m. Get a life. And I'm okay. Sorry, mate.
No, you never know if you're going to get a better shot here, Padawan. But,
yeah, that's.
Did you hear what we were saying? I don't know if you were listening.
No, I know. I fully I
mean,
reset everything.
Straight up, I'm going to ask you: would you rather have that or that piranha? I mean, dude, piranha is way better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
See it first at Comic-Con. You know what? I'll agree. I'll agree. There hasn't been much on this going on. I don't know how much the interest is, but this is like the first real look, so that's a little special.
As you got a behind.
It's a thin girl. Oh, let's get that butt.
There we go.
There we go. Oh. Yeah. Not a great butt. I mean, you see the mechanism. That's cool.
No. But it's definitely going on an enclosed shelf, isn't it? Let's be honest. Kind of like on one of these.
Look at that. He just did a nipple twist. Can we get that again real quick? Look at him. Nip, nip, nip. Right. Yeah, I mean, look, we did predict there would be no wasn't going to be a 360 Padawan on that one.
No, yeah. I mean, you can see it clear as day from the photo from the photos that Falcon put on.
Oh, look, they made it so you can jump the thing on the thing. You see that little brick down there?
Yeah.
Skip ahead.
Yeah, I'd rather piranha all day. All day.
Wow, he's really going nuts on this thing. All right, here it is. Put the women and children to bed, Padawan. It's time to get serious here for a minute. The second most important set of our lives this year. Look at this Zelda set, dude. Now, I don't know where you stand on Zelda, Padawan, but you got to admit, way better in real life than the render.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. When we first saw that,
this is Riverdale too.
Yeah, we first saw the render and the price, and we were like, "Oh my god!" But this is so much better. But I can't speak for other people because I've never even played any of the Zelda games ever.
That's all right. It's all right.
I think I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch when I was super bored at work, but that's about as far as it goes.
I love that it was at work.
Yeah.
That's good. Dude, that is phenomenal.
It looks good. It looks
I'm
really
not going to
good.
bore you with why it's so awesome, but just as a Lego enjoyer, as the kids say, I challenge anyone. They'll mention the price, but someone to say it's not a beautiful set, I'm not going to take you seriously.
Oh no, it's a great looking set, and even the figs look really good, really, really good. Even though I don't know much about it. And is it Link who's the main character? Is
Yeah,
it Link?
Link's to me. No, you got that part down. A lot of people think it's Zelda. All right, there it is. Fortnite as a collection. Oh, okay.
See that, but that looks cool. I
Yeah.
think that looks all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should, like, when it comes to the figs, they should have gone really OG and gone back to the originals back in the day.
All right, let me go back here because that is he going to zoom on each one? Probably will. No. I gotta say that Peely in real life is a little bit girthier than we thought. Than I
Yeah,
thought.
no, yeah, no. I was going to say, I was like, that looks much bigger than first imagined.
He didn't really pause there. Interesting though, the figs front and center on this one.
I know three. I kind of know three. The banana, Peely, whatever his name is. I know him. I know the pink bear thing. I know that. And then the one next to him with the dark, with like the hood and the eyes. I know that. Right.
From a casual observer, there's only two really throwaway figs to me in here. Girl with pink hair, guy with blonde hair. The rest are
okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? The rest are at least like interesting to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think you're buying this set for the figs. You're buying it for the bus. That's a buy for the build, not.
I think this is one of those. I don't know enough about it, but I feel like this could be one of those 50-50 situations, Padawan.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these are meaningful to somebody.
Definitely. There's some 12-year-old right now that's a hardcore sweat at Fortnite that is going absolutely ballistic for this.
Yeah.
Ballistic.
And that girl's probably like the most important figure.
Yeah. The only if I could pick one of those figs and go, I want to have this is the one I want. It's the Peely banana, whatever his name is.
Same.
That's
Yeah,
the
he
one I
really
want.
stands out. Yeah. Printing everywhere, of course.
Yeah, of course. So I noticed that, like, I've been opening a couple of non-Star Wars sets recently and building them, and I'm expecting a big sticker sheet to come out, and I'm like, there's none. There's no stickers in this set.
Yeah.
Blacksmith and Viking Village, I think, had no stickers whatsoever, and I was like, why can't this be a thing? Why can't stickers just not exist ever?
Collector, it's always bigger than expected. All right, they give him the. I mean, I gotta shoot straight. That is way bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I don't hate it. Not buying it. Don't hate it.
No. If I see that battle bus go on,
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Okay. Are these coming with this set? Because I'm even more confused now.
Oh, what these?
Oh, it's probably because it's space themed. Where was my head at? I don't think the set is shipping with these postcards from space, right, Padawan? This is just part of the booth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is an airplane.
Yeah.
And I'm no rocket doctor. But
I do want this set though.
You do?
Because I want it because it's ducks. That's what I want.
No,
That's why I want it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. 100%.
Plus, I want to get it.
I'm definitely getting two regardless.
Yeah. And I'm going to get all my Chicago.
One to rock, one for the duck man to sign that I'm not going to open.
Yeah. Might even wait to buy it.
I appreciate that unlike the website, they actually filled the space with some postcards. I mean, Dude, I mean, I said that to him, and I'll say it to everybody. I think it's bizarre that they did these. They're called hero shots when you just show the product with a white background, typically. Why they would just show the little sticks standing up
Yeah.
without anything filling them. And we've all bought frames. They put someone else's family in there, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just these things are 2 cents a piece when you make that many of them. Just put something in there so we can get the idea of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Or even like do like the photos of Duck, like the the inspiration for the set. Just there you go. Have some of that. Just so you can see what it's about.
Yeah.
Duck not
Show 'em what the
included.
piece- yeah. Sorry, Morris. It took me a second to get, but yeah. No, Qui-Gon, you nailed it. It's exactly. Here's the thing, but again, just like frames, you're supposed to put your own pictures in frames. But when you're trying to sell something to somebody, I always like to say, get them to play a movie in their mind.
Yeah.
You got to kind of lead them to the water.
Yeah.
And so dude, just some black and white vacay pics. You know what I mean? Would have done the trick.
Yeah.
Like I would have just done straight black and white vacay pics, different ones, different iconic backgrounds. Go like, this is what you're supposed to do with this, guys.
Yeah. Or you could even get like just blank Polaroids, like not even like have a photo, like just have blank Polaroids so people can get the idea. Okay, that's what you want. That's what you're supposed to do. Put photos there. Okay.
Look, Lake's already taken them out right here. Duck on stage postcard.
Yeah.
Duck on the Lego Masters postcard. Duck Box of Boys music video postcard. Duck in the hospital with peanut allergy postcard. Clever pig. 4 photos of the duck walking backwards down his stairs. Then we'll talk about it.
I'd like to compare this next to that family tree. Is that family tree one that you can put the photos on? Have you seen that one?
I could, but I don't want to.
But what I mean is you can see how well.
Yeah, you're right. Did they give that the right treatment? You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good call. Good call. I was just being a dick because I don't want to look at that set whatsoever.
Right. Then don't. It's your show.
I aim to please. All right, let's stop this screen. Let's show this screen. Family tree. Because you're right, same idea. Did they go the extra mile with this?
They did.
They did?
They did.
Oh my God, they're black and white. Look at that.
Even on the box as well. Look at that.
Now, Padawan, I didn't memorize the set. That black and white call was purely for my brain. Well,
it makes sense.
You're not going to put a bunch of color pop all over a bunch of color pop. You know what I mean?
No.
It'll look trash.
Yeah.
So
you want to make the set stand out. Put the black and white on there.
Okay. Let me go. You could have used 2 out of these 3, Padawan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got the ocean or whatever's going on there. That's travel.
Yeah. You got You're
up on a mountain having a good time with the pup. Travel. Yeah. Guy with bike, stretch. Yeah. I'd still rather have it than not. There you go. All right, guys. Family tree versus duck set. Go.
This is a set Sam wants as well. I forget it exists.
She was doing great till this one, Padawan. Tell her it sucks.
Yeah.
Tell her to get if she's eager to hold pictures up. Let's go duck.
Well, she says she wants all these sets, but we've got 2 holidays booked now that we have to pay for. One being
not affect your set getting ways, though, is it?
Yeah, it is, because half my Lego spending fund a month is now going into the Chicago 2025 fund.
Well worth it. We'll get you that savings. Don't you worry.
I'll be here for the August pre-sale thing, majig, blah, 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 so I can get me week. Because I'm going to come from...
rolling solo on that, or are you bringing the misses? What's happening?
No, it's just me. It's just me. solo dolo. She's fine with that. It's not like a binder. I went, you can come if you want. She was like, no. You can go on your own and run wild. I was like, yeah, sound.
It's a partial bender, but all right.
But yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
All right.
That's what the conversations me and Brent have been having.
Yeah, I do
It's-
1 day on, 1 day off. We'll talk about
Yeah.
it. All right.
It's not even been about Brickworld itself. It's been about food and the late night shenanigans. That's all I'll say.
There he is, Creamy Vades. All right, here we go. All right, so what you're looking at here is Jedi Bob, their big reveal here. For those of you that don't know, Bobby Moynihan plays the voice of Jedi Bob. If you don't recognize the name, he's the guy from Saturday Night Live. Really funny guy. Been on a bunch of other stuff too, but probably most recognizable from SNL. If you need even more detail, he's the chubbier guy in the David Pumpkins skit. Anyway, that's Bobby Moynihan. And I was told that he was there today, eager to sign stuff, and there was not anything for him to sign.
Brilliant.
Now,
Absolutely brilliant.
They had this set in a glass case and an offer to win a signed Bob set with a QR code. But apparently these guys were all there for a meet and greet and there wasn't anything for them to sign on
Brilliant.
site. Yeah.
So people were running to the local Walmarts and Targets to hopefully find it early so they could bring it to the convention and get them to sign it.
Just so you can prepare your body, which, you've been through. What do you call boot camp over there, by the way? Same or different?
As in military boot
So
camp.
over here, before people go into the military, the first thing they do is I forget how many weeks.
Yeah.
Boot
But
camp.
yeah, ours is, we call it depot, and it's 6 months. It's like 3 times longer than yours.
All right. Well, we like to crank them out fast. You know what I mean?
High quantity, low quality. Yeah, that's
There you
normally how. Whereas ours is the complete opposite.
Just when you say those things, I remember we kicked your ass many years ago.
We were fighting 3 wars at the same time, just put out there.
I know, but we still won. All right, here's the deal. They had nothing to sign. I don't know. Stud Lake says 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. bender every day at Brickworld. So it's not a bender. You're not drinking. You can't drink that much every day, but you are up reasonably. You're looking at like a 9 to 4. I think that's more realistic. You can get a 5 in there. Yeah, 5 hours. Probably.
Yeah.
Um.
By the way, Ostif just saying parachute jumping is a completely different thing, so we'll just leave it at that. Ooh, look. Ooh.
There it is, man.
I still think, going back to it, I didn't say much earlier, but I do think this is going to be a remembered set, the Dark Falcon. I know there's been a lot, but I think if you can have one that stays in your mind for a while, it's going to be this one, just because of how different it is.
And not this thing.
the twin turbo and the glider, double the engines, none of the engines.
I don't know, man. I think this is cool. Oh, they did a girthy R2 as well.
I'll take that. They've got one of them in the Disney store in London. Just like it's been there for years.
By the way, guys, Ryan hung up to try to procure the Creamy Vades and the. Dude, how sick would that be? Ryan shows up on a video in a couple weeks. He's like, "I got the SDCC exclusive Vader," like the big bill.
Just like that.
All right. So what you're not hearing on the commentary here is you guys just saw, and again, I got to give them a little bit of credit. I got to give them a lot of credit actually on this one. It is a Comic Con, right? So what you just saw was all things non-superheroes theme. And they did actually have a second, I don't know if it's a second booth, but definitely a partitioned section away from what we just saw. And you guys can see it in the design here. just for superheroes. So I got to give him a shout out for that. That was clever. That was good. Good move. Good spend, I think.
I'll tell you what isn't fun. If it's anything like Star Wars Celebration, and I've never been to, like, obviously these, most of them you get them in America, so it's, all the fun is over there. But the amount of people is honestly just a big headache. Trying to navigate through thousands of people to go and do stuff is an absolute nightmare. So kudos to that.
So I've been to the new New York flagship. This looks like something that, if it's not there, it should be. This is very much what the New York flagship store looks like inside.
Yeah. I love Duck. He just looks like he has the time of his life, no matter what he's doing.
Man. His energy is unlimited.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's only 8:00 over there right
Like
now.
he is one of the people. I said this to Brent. He's one of the people that next year I'm so looking forward to. If I could have a drink with him and just pick his brain, it'd be so amazing.
You will 100% have a drink with the Duck.
Oh yeah, they had every single Lego Star Wars figure on display.
Yeah, this was pretty cool. And again, we were talking about effort and stuff like that and making things cooler. Again, credit due. I still want to see. Hey, I don't stand. I'm not going to backpedal on what I said earlier. I'd love to see some kind of exclusive, but they, in fact, assembled every Lego Star Wars figure. Yeah.
Was it 1,400? Isn't it something like that?
No, it's like 2,200 now, I think.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Because they slap all the variants in there as well and all that, like as in like all like the literally minuscule differences. Did I see 2 New York Yodas at the bottom? Oh yeah, there's 2. Yeah. What's the difference? See that, Sean? Or was that just me being a normie and not realizing? 2 New York Yodas at the bottom.
No, let me see. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just flexing, dude, because they're not different. They're not different. They're just looking at each other. No, I mean, look at it. Look at the nameplates on there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly the same. Just because they can.
What do the dots mean? See that?
Oh yeah. Does it say? I think it represents. Does it represent films or allegiances?
Yeah, there's a legend up top. Good call. I figured there would be, but let's see. Up top, if you watch, he goes by it real quick. Boom. Yep. See that up there?
Is it films? Is it?
Yeah, it's hard for you to probably see, but on my big screen here, each one has, we'll call it a separate property within the universe. The top left there, the magenta, I'll call it, is episode 2.
Okay.
The Yoda green to the top right of that is episode 3. Below that is the orange. Beneath that is prequel trilogy, and so on and so forth.
Okay, gotcha.
But I like that some have 2. That's interesting.
How many people do you reckon have gone? If there's a Lego employee there, yeah, stop making the Family Guy Stormy fig. Go back to the Rogue One.
And I'm sure they had no idea what they were talking about.
And they got both Jedi Bobs side by side. Nice.
Now this is interesting. I guess those were variant Jawas. See how there's 2 2018s. Maybe they are different. Maybe they didn't duplicate anything.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because they have different weapons in their hand, and that can maybe qualify them as a different fig. I'm not sure.
It'll be very subtle, very, very subtle differences on the printing. Maybe it's like Paz Vizsla. If they've got 2 Paz Vizslas in here, then it's because they're 2 very subtle. There's very subtle print differences on them. Very subtle.
This is a pretty awesome look at 2 different Bobs.
And basically, apart from a couple of print differences, the color, obviously, it's not that. What was the old cut? I can't remember what the old color's called.
So I think according to the Ryan review, the hood's the same, cape is the same, torso you can just clearly see is different,
Yeah.
and the browns might be different on the legs. I'm not 100% sure.
And he has two faces as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a worn face
Yeah.
up close. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh,
so one thing that you're not hearing, I encourage you guys to check this video out, obviously. They also are counting all the droidica. There was a couple things he rattled off. I didn't memorize them, but we've all sort of wondered, Padawan, what's considered canon as far as what figures count. And they're counting droidicas, and there's a couple other things they're counting too.
So if you count droidicas, you got to count like gonk droids, and you got to count other brick built
That's what I mean.
figures.
No, gonks for sure are counted. They're already counted. Like, I feel like pretty well known, but then look at the stuff to the left. You know what I mean? There's some other stuff going on. I'm not sure what the platter represents there, but
so does that mean something like, I don't know, a blur? You know, the brick built blurg in the Razor
right.
Crest.
I don't know the answer to that. Good point. Brick built, are those IGs? No, they're, what is that?
I think
they're brick built droids. Yeah,
surgical droids normally, aren't they? Something like that.
Yeah, it said Vader's medical droid. Good call. But yeah, very cool. I mean, I would love just to go stare at this wall for like 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Look at that boy up there. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at
Meet the master.
Wonder what's going on. Why is there two bugs stacked there? Also want to know.
It's not one. It's got a. It's a
in
bug.
Box? What's in the box that he's
yeah, a bug and a Avengers Tower.
Two bugs, new encyclopedia. They're the Marvel fans are probably just as excited about the oh no, look, another Captain America as we are for Maul, you know.
Why can't we have that treatment? Mega build with a load of figs. Imagine if the barge had like 25 figures in it. Oh,
bro, we had it with Mos Eisley's the last. Yeah. I'm telling you that's the best set for so many reasons. It's crazy.
Do you reckon this rumored Endor, what do you call it? Ewok Village / Endor bunker is going to be like the next big MBS set?
100%. Yeah.
With a shitload of figs. Do you reckon they're going to get?
I don't know that we're going to get like 22 though. You know what I mean?
But do you reckon they're going to get Endor bunker and Ewok Village and slam them together into one set?
That's what we talked about. I think if they want to hit, I feel like if they want to hit 500 plus, they have to. Because Ryan went real hard into just bunker with surrounding stuff and a little bit of Ewok Village, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you'd still have to do the trees anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not doing Endor without trees.
No.
So I'm like, I can't picture them doing just trees and a bunker and then not doing the village, in my opinion. Just, you know.
Or they do an MBS Ewok Village and then maybe a playset bunker to kind of coincide.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. They pull the Sarlacc card. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just something a little compliment, and then if you really want to go in deeper, we haven't. Well, you know, it's been a long time since we had a UCS ATST. That could.
We could get the two logs slamming. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you. See, he just has an amazing time, doesn't he? Look at him. He's loving every minute of it.
Yeah. I mean, once I really got to know him well, I mean, the one thing I try to explain to people is like, it is not an act. What you see is what you get.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen him with a sad
people, whatever, you know.
I've never seen him with a sad expression on his face whatsoever. I'm pretty stone faced, as like people call me. Like I'm constantly walking around with like someone's just stabbed me in the back, but it's just the way I am. But he is going around like nothing could ruin his day, and I
Yeah.
love it. I love the energy.
Duck's living the dream, dude. He's having a good time.
Yeah, 100%.
I did ask him to try to call into the show. We'll see if he does. He's definitely like, I gotta imagine it's 8:30 in California right now. He's probably in dinner. He's gonna see if he could do a surprise appearance. But if he doesn't, he's busy. But
You could just use me as an example. Like whenever someone's like, "Oh, I don't know if I have time," I'm like, "Padawan has time at 4:30 in the morning. He has time. He makes time.
exactly.
Who needs sleep?"
If Duck got the message and he could, he'd call us. Because I
I
want
know he
to.
would.
I'm like, I'm sure he's not on the show floor right now, but even if he's in a weird restaurant in San Diego currently, it'd be a fun scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That'd be brilliant.
There's no
Right.
way he isn't on something. He's at dinner number 4.
Yeah.
If by on something you're implying any kind of like substance, he's really not, dude. I swear to God. He's got that juice, man. Yeah, he is. I mean, everybody sees it. He's very like, he's too lucid. If you know him,
I really want to see
even
next
with
year.
beverages, he's extremely lucid and he never goes crazy. That I've seen.
There are so many people next year that I'm just excited to just wind down and have a few bevies with, and I imagine his energy is amplified when he has a couple on. When he's
He is.
when he's got a couple
No,
down
you know
range.
what? He's actually I'll shoot straight with you. He's very flat. He's already up.
Yeah,
And he stays that way with whatever happens.
nice.
I saw him tired this year for the first time, which I explained on the show last week, because he apparently got like an hour or two of sleep before. He did that concert on very little sleep. In the early goings of that day, he was visibly tired to me. But boy, if he didn't snap out of it in like 30 minutes.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, Cooper met him. Everybody, a lot of folks here in the chat met him, and they can vouch. It's. I mean, you got to be that to do what he's doing. You know,
100%. Just kind of be on 100 mile an hour at all times.
Yeah, he's
got to have like a day to himself in the week though, where he's just like veggies out and does nothing.
Yeah,
and kind of recharges.
Yeah, I think Amy got to meet like a lot of people here met him.
Duck is high on life. Yes.
Endor needs 15 to 20. We'll have 9. Endor does need. Look, all will be forgiven if they give like a F ton of Ewoks. Padawan Jedi is your favorite movie too, right?
No, Empire's my favorite.
It's up there.
Jedi's up there. Jedi's up there.
Okay.
Mine goes. What was mine? Quickly, Empire, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One. That was the 3.
Yeah,
they're my top 3, and then I'd slot in Return of the Jedi, and then A New Hope after that. But
big Duck energy. Yeah. All right. We'll start the wind down now because it's super late for you, Padawan, and we're good.
It's a good thing I got 4 weeks off, isn't it?
Well, yeah, very nice.
Hey, technical difficulties clearly sort themselves out as well. So,
by the way, I just want to shout you out real quick. It was always like in the mix, Padawan, but the particular boys shirt you're wearing right now, it might be my favorite. Can you stand up and show the boys?
I'll do this because I currently don't have anything on underneath. So
yeah. We have to show the other boys, but
no, it's that side. Look at that. Whoa. Bit of arm printing. We all have a bit of arm printing.
True story, Padawan.
Yeah, if I stand up any further.
True story. I had every shirt that I didn't have already mailed to us at Brickworld, and there was like a shipping delay. Something happened. I didn't get in that shirt included in that pack. Didn't get there till second or maybe even the third day. Shout out to Sidious. He did what he could. They were a little late. The craziest thing happened this year at Brickworld. I'm walking around and PNG Bricks, great guy, amazing guy. You'll meet him. Shout out. It is surreal to be walking around and see one of your shirts that you don't even have a copy of yet on somebody else, and you're like envious of it. And I was like, that shirt's such a fucking heater. And I knew I liked it from the render or whatever, on the website.
Yeah.
I just didn't have a copy of that yet. Anyway, in hand, I hate ranking them because they're all my babies, but that shirt is insane.
My favorite ones always will be the champions boxer boys
Yeah.
t-shirt. That's my favorite. And do you know what I say?
You like and the repeater is up there too, right? The repeater.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just need to buy it.
Did you go gray or did Boba go gray?
No, I both went black.
Both went black. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm having to buy like doubles now of shirts. Do you know why? Because Sam keeps robbing them.
You wearing them out? Oh, Sam.
Yeah, she keeps robbing them, and I'm wearing them to bed and stuff. So I never get to wear them.
You're not ever gonna push back on that. So you're like, okay. Well.
Yeah, cool. Walk in and she's got my extra large Boxer Boys t-shirt on. I'm like,
that's awesome. No, but love to see it. That's awesome. And I guess semi plug here, but durability is insane. I got to tell you,
quality's amazing.
I always wash my logoed shirts. I don't know about you, but I make sure I do them inside out.
Yeah,
my wife does it every time, and I caught a freshly washed batch not turned inside out, and I was scared to death.
Yeah, 100%.
Didn't make a freaking difference, dude.
Yeah. I'd keep them on a low wash as well. It's whenever I find
for sure.
Yeah. On a like 30 degrees.
I'm saying even if you get caught slipping though, like
yeah,
you've probably washed that at least a dozen times by now, and look at it.
Oh yeah. Which one's the first one? I can't remember. I think the first one I bought
it had to be the champion, probably, or no?
Was it the champion? No, it was the champion. Yeah, and the champion's been through the ringer 1,000 times now, and it looks brand new. Like it looks brand new now. I was actually looking for it earlier, but it was in the washer. But yeah, they're really good quality, brilliant quality.
Look at this Cooper, who's like the lore master now of especially this year's Brickworld. PNG shirt was discovered on a Wednesday, so there you go. So it was okay. He had it on. Cooper, do you remember when I got the shirts? Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Because I definitely saw him in it before I had it, and I was like, "What the?" That's funny. Barge Boys, I do have. Wife.
There's quite a few I still need to get. I just keep forgetting. I'm going to do a live buy on one of the Sundays coming up soon.
All right, we'll do weekly pickups, but while we're gathering our thoughts, and I got to go grab something, you guys all know what it is. If you're on the Discord, you already know what it is. Or on our YouTube, you saw a short of a couple things, but I'm going to go grab that. But while I'm doing it, boys, can you list off top 3 favorite ACOB shirts of all time? I'd like to know.
Cool.
Whatever name you want to give them, we'll understand, but
we'll work it out.
OG ACOB T, definite flamethrower. It's retro now.
The heat whore.
The boys. Has anyone asked you what that meant? What that means, Padawan?
What, the Boxer Boys?
Just straight up boys.
Yeah. Oh, what, over here? No, I wouldn't say no, because it's a boys. The boys.
No, but same here. Similar.
Yeah.
I'd probably say similar, but like I had someone stop me and go, "I get the Star Wars. What does boys mean?"
Yeah, I've had quite a few times, especially work, because all my work follow my Instagram and stuff, and
they like to bust balls too. Yeah,
yeah, and they do, but they love it at the same time, which I think is really nice as well. I don't actually get as much shit as I thought I would initially, but anyway, the amount of times I've been stopped by people at work that are like, "What does this mean? What does Boxer Boys mean? What does that mean?" Then I have to explain it, and they're like, "Oh, that's really cool." Blah 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 blah. I've even explained it in the Lego store before to people. But I've actually gone to the Lego store a few times now, and people have gone, ACOB, and I'm like, yes.
Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah.
Bank teller Aston Brickworld. Royal Guard, retro logo, ACOB. Or Zelda, yeah. Jake, speaking of merch, is there going to be a fix for the 25th anniversary case?
Doesn't need one. Doesn't need one.
No, so I think no, it's a fair question. I've talked to Abe a lot about it, and I think I hope I said it on the show. We're gonna wait till it's all said and done, and then we'll have something. It'll probably be some sort of kit for your existing case. That's the latest. I share everything with you guys. You know that, fully transparent. The reason there's no big push right now is because we thought it was 6, and then it was 7, and there's 8 with Maul. You know what I mean? Like, and when talking with Abe about a solution, we both agreed, like, we're waiting to the end of the year at this point. You know what I mean? Because they could be like special December.
Yeah.
You know, Padawan. As soon as we announce it, they'd say it's December figure 9.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're like, what? Shock drop figure 9. So,
But
we will have a way to do it, and it'll be, just to be clear, it's unfortunately it cannot be free because there's shipping and stuff involved, but it'll be extremely economical.
me and Josh were saying that
We had no way to forecast that. I think everybody's being pretty cool about it. I mean, we had no idea.
But worst to worst, we're putting all the figs in our cases, and then we're going to have QTKT and Maul, or I'm having QTKT and Maul on the top, and then that's it.
Right. Oh, I mean, that's the other way, right? You make lemonade. You know, it's one of those things where, like, and I love Ryan for saying, like, yeah, once again, the case of Lego effing us over. Like, he just jumps to that. I'm like, no, we got to figure out like a way to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
I've definitely said to myself now, though, with anything I buy from you guys or like from abroad, unless loads of people want to do the same thing we done normally, I'm just going to buy mine and then hopefully pick it all up in Brickworld. That's what I want to do personally.
All right, look, we'll get into weekly picks, but we did get 2 more supers that we did not play yet, and then we had another one. So we'll do the couple supers, and then weekly pickups, and then we'll do the take home Padawan. So I appreciate that you're off and all that, but you know you got to sleep at some point.
That's all right.
Dave Bricks, the legend. Cheers, boys. Your pick, Padawan.
Do I even have to tell you which one it's going to be?
Are you going to go Droidica again?
Of course, I'm going Droidica again. But no, actually, I'll pick something else. Because whose pick was it? KO that picked Droidica. Who was it that picked Droidica already?
A lot of there was 2 picks of Droidica in there.
Okay,
there was one that picked after the fact for clearance season, which we haven't heard yet tonight. So it's up to you.
I'll do Annie.
You want to go Freako again?
We'll go Freako.
I remember the time when Eddie went Freako. When he grew up fast and Batman was his Freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember. Yeah, I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
All right, and then we do owe somebody clearance season. It's bigger than somebody. Let me see, what was it? It was Locken who requested with his super clearance season. Haven't heard it tonight. We're in clearance season right now as we prepare for August 1st. Here goes.
I go to Walmart every day for only one reason. The friends sets are ready for clearance season.
I buy a bunch of shit that I never wanted. A Mario set that wasn't well regarded. Minecraft trash, no clue what they're about. Call me Dexter, I part them all out.
Clearance season. Fuck yeah, it's clearance time.
Clearance season. I love it.
Well, at least you get it because we don't.
The Dexter line always hits. Yeah. Call me Dexter. I part them all out. Oh, here we go. Here's Deck Okoye, always with valuable info. Good to see you, Deck. I don't know if I've seen you here in a while. Someone who works at Target, for anyone wanting to pick up sets, August 1st sets, most stores have them in the back. The only sets street dated are the ones currently up for pre-order. That is a great tip.
Isn't that basically all of them anyway?
No, so I think currently in my app, the only one that was up for now, there might have been some and they're like gone and they've ghosted the app. But as of today, because I did check that, because I was so you can use the UPC, but at Deck definitely agree with this. There's two numbers that they care about there: UPC and the DCPI, which is DCPI. I forget what the acronym stands for, but it's basically Target's internal product code. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they've provisioned their own set of numbers. Like UPCs be damned, we have our own identifier for this. And I did know that, yeah, because some of that stuff, the pre-sale stuff's tough because some of them I believe can be in-store pickup. And so if I would have gave them the droid pack with the young Leia, if those were in fact all pre-sold, that store's allocation, they couldn't give it to me. But I didn't even think about that because I'm never buying that set till it's 50% off.
Yeah.
Or I'll just buy the Leia straight up. He's back, gang. Yeah, Deck.
That's what I'm thinking.
Minecrafting. It might be more. I don't know. Yeah, is there definitely 1,000,000% the what the hell is that set even called? Padawan, the Build a Droid, whatever it is. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I
We
think I'm
all
just
know
gonna
what
buy
we're
the,
talking about.
I think I'm just gonna buy the fig. I think I'm just gonna buy Leia for that. That's yeah.
Here's the thing. Two young kids.
Yeah.
Daughter saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You see where this is going.
Yeah.
I will always encourage, similar to how you are with your girl, if she wants to do a fucking Mr. Potato Head chopper, like who am I to stop her? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I already made the deal with her. I said, hey, now here's what's, dude, talk about a parent moment real quick. So I'm like, Daddy will get this for you, but I'm going to need that Leia out of there. You understand? Her two favorite characters,
Okay.
Rey and Leia.
Yeah.
Rey and Leia.
Mm.
I know one you're fine with, the other ones.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, so I think what I'm gonna have to do is when we bring that home, I'll also bring like, you know, a little ice cream bar or something. Be like, now listen, do you really care about this layer? Or do you want this ice cream bar?
It's not even
dad tax. I love it, Brickhead Brad. The dad tax.
Yeah. You could also
How
be like,
effed up is that? Because I'm not buying. I'm going to state this right now. I'm not buying that set and Leia separately. It's not how. I'm definitely not investing that much.
You could definitely lay on the emotional
blackmail. Chat. Brent's Bricks. There he is. Longtime fan of the show. Good to see you. It's been a long time since we've seen Brent.
He's come to represent. He's come to rep his replacement. I love it.
It's big dubs in the chat. Now, Brent, listen, we both take nights off. You guys know that. He had a thing he had to do tonight. It's all good. Padawan has held it down. Brent, as far as lore is concerned, he has had so many technical difficulties. It's he really filled the seat well for you. So, Padawan, you got some weekly picks?
I do.
I'll grab mine. If you need to grab yours,
I should be able to just reach mine.
Mine are in another room because I'm a horrible host. I'll be right back.
Okay. So the one thing that we don't get clearance over here. It's just not a thing. Anyone from the UK boys will understand that clearance is just not a thing over here. But the Amazon Prime Day deals do kick in pretty good. And we've got our own thing called Watto's Weekly Deals. Where's the other one? It's up there. Right, I've got to be careful when I do this next one. But anyway. Shipping box. Anyone has to guess what it is? I mean, some people already know. From the UK Boys channel, it is the one and only tubes. got myself a tubes. And it was 45% off. So I was like, it had to have it. 103? 103. Yeah, exactly, Cody. Exactly. I gotta be careful when I stand up. No one needs to see the cake. Unless people want to see the cake. But yeah. So tubes was my 1 weekly. Actually, I've got another one. It's not even. There it is. Tubes. Can't say no to 103 or something I paid. 103. Right. Let me just scoot over here this way. And then the other one, which is something I forgot I didn't even realize it existed. Right. I was supposed to show this to the UK boys on Sunday, but it didn't work out because I forgot. Jump. Here we go. Yeah, it was a dirty sale. I was like holding out, and literally last all a couple of hours of it just went down. Like it was sitting at 130, and then it kind of just dipped to like 103, and I was like, boom, I'm having that. Yeah, it's £103, so more like $115, $120. But the other one I got was off a friend of mine who's this come into his shop, and he was like, do you want to buy it? And I was like, yeah, I didn't even realize that. I forgot that existed. And it was dirt cheap, sealed in box. The Django Fett Technic from 2002. I think it's 2002, 2001, one of the two. But yeah, I bought this for 35 sealed. It's pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool for 35. I was like, I can't say no to that. Sealed when they're like going for more online, like they're going for like 100 sealed online. So I was like, yeah, that's gotta be done. Plus Django Fett Slave 1. You know, it just I kind of had to. But yeah, they were my weekly pickups. I gotta bring this. You know, I can't spend as much at the minute. Ostif knows I've got hotel to pay for, Brickworld to pay for, spending money to save for. I've also got a couple's holiday in April. There's a lot to save for. My spending's going down. For Lego. Plus, I need to get that barge day one. Baby. Oh yeah, this bad boy's never being opened at this point. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not being opened. And let's be honest, it's not the most amazing set in the world. You know, he's never being opened for the vibes. He's going to sit on the top shelf next to all the vintage collection. Same goes with the. I got like some of the 99 wave up there somewhere. Here he is.
Yeah.
Did you see what I had?
Pit Vipers.
No. The weekly picks.
No, man. Rapid fire review. I had to go grab all my stuff. It was a different floor. I thought you
were still listening. So, like I say,
I have wired headphones. Sorry.
Clearance isn't a thing over here, but sometimes Amazon Prime do be spoiling. And I finally bought myself tubes.
Nice. 130 quid? What are we doing?
103.
103 quid.
It was 45% off. I was like, yes.
Location, Lake. I'm in North Carolina rental house, though, so it's different.
So yeah, that was that one. And then this one was off a friend who he basically owns he's a brick and mortar Star Wars shop. A good friend of mine. And he every time Lego Star Wars comes in, if it's sealed, he's always messaging me first, like, do you want this? So, and this came in, I got it for 35 sealed.
Sheesh. You're keeping it sealed, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
It looks better that way, trust me.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, for 35 sealed, I was like, I can't say no to that. So So they were my 2 weekly picks. And like I said to everyone else, with 2 holidays coming up and all the saving for Brickworld, spending's going down.
Yeah, like it's been Tree Smash House update for anyone who cares. We're on month 7 now since I've been out of my house. But major work going. We are shooting for end of September to be back in the house.
Why has it taken so long? Planning and
A
stuff. is it?
tree fell through my house.
I
Well,
know, but
so I know. Yeah, fair question. So it's been more about the jurisdiction than the work. You know what I mean? Like the paperwork and all. It's so it was evident what happened, and there's so many requirements and forms and like people taking time and. In my opinion, this should have been buttoned up in like 2 months total, but it's just not how it works, dude. You know, like so. But I'll spare the details, but I'll talk to you about it, Padawan. But it's been nothing through any fault of ours. It's just the system. Let's just call it
Yeah.
the system. You know, it's like they were on the scene the next day. Everything was obvious what happened, clear as day. You know. Filed the paperwork, but there's a lot of entities involved.
Yeah.
You know, I have a mortgage that I pay, so I don't own the house outright. So my mortgage company has a say on stuff. And so anything that's done has to be cleared by them and signed off, including the check that is sent by the insurance company.
Yeah.
And then there's requirements for them to co-sign the check. They want to make sure, and I actually, some of it's pretty good. They want to make sure that their investment, same as mine, we kind of co-own the house at this point. They want to make sure that everything's being done that needs to be done. That was a major step that I didn't anticipate taking so much time. So, and then you involve postage and
Yeah.
human factors and, you know. So.
The biggest thing that slows anything down in this world is policy. Policy.
Yeah. So, but thanks for you guys that are asking. We're close, man. We're optimistic. I'm only a couple minutes from my house where we currently are. You can see by the the awesome decor that this is an older house, but like I preferred it because it's really close by. You guys know me a little bit by now, and I'm definitely going over there, cracking the whip, making sure work's being done, and we're seeing improvements every day. So we are definitely in the rebuild phase. Things are moving. It was actually sad, Padawan, when they gutted the hell out of everything. No, but it was good because progress. You know, I'm not emotionally attached to the house yet. Here's a part you think it'll be interesting. Yeah, exactly. I got in there in late July last year. I've been out of the house that I just bought more than I've been in it. How crazy is that?
That's mad.
So,
I'd be worried.
Shit aside, let's get into some picks. All right. This one's a little sneaky one.
Okay.
I mean, I've shown it on the stream before. This is the second copy. You know what I mean?
Oh, you went for the double gunship. Okay. That's got to be a clearance, but boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dubby Gunny. I don't know the exact price. I apologize, but I want to say it was definitely in the 80s. Don't know the exact figure, but yeah, was able to get one in the 80s. It was weird because it wasn't part of like the normal target clearance. Over here, we have end caps that have stuff that are on the backside that aren't featured. And this was like next to some Mario sets, Disney Princess, whatever. There was a bunch of stuff, and this was just poking out. And I was like, and now a lot of times when it's like that, it's like maybe 10% off. And then I was like, oh, how bad's the box damage? And I was like, my other one's still sealed. I was like, well, even if it's bad, if it's a good deal, I'll take it. And it like clicked all the boxes, you know? So anyway, 80 something, want to say low 80s, 82. I was like, I'll take a second one for that.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And then this we picked up.
Yeah.
So we have Prime already. I used to be a huge Transformers fan. I got to be honest. Transformers for me is starting to become the new Pokemon for Brent. I'm like looking around at what they got going on. I'm going to try to just stick to Lego. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's why I want Bumblebee so you can.
Yeah, so I know you're going to eventually get them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's cool. And by the way, bopping around in some Transformer Forums. That was a tough combo. Transformer forums. A lot of them are into Lego, dude. There's a lot of cross pollination. It's pretty interesting. And then,
I
of
want
course,
to-
the last, but certainly not least, the main event. We all know the appetizer. It's the best set of our lives.
Yeah, buddy. I still can't believe you FPJ'd that though. That's just at this point criminal behavior.
Here's the deal. Look, by end of year, I'm fully aware. End of year, minimum. Probably be 60, right? 25.
Yeah.
It's not going to go 30% off in the first 6 months it's out. It just won't.
No.
So I'm like, do I want to long for this over $20?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna get it close.
If it's something you really want, if it's something that's a chore to buy, I already have an amazing Tantive, right? I have the last play scale one, which is amazing. Balls out.
Yeah.
Underrated, I think, set. That one I'm going to fully allow to go as low as it goes, and I have no fear of that ever. You know what I mean? Like, it's never going to fall out of my grasp, that MIDI Tantive.
Yeah.
This I know is not going to fall out of the grasp either, but I'm like, do I really want to investigate and wait out over $20-$30 on this when I know, to your point earlier, that I need it as the appetizer
Yeah.
for the Bisul, the best set of our lives? I'm not doing it.
So
I went publicly and ranked it my number one August 1st set. I mean, I have to live up to it.
So I was thinking of buying it like a week or two before the barge comes out, just so I can be like, okay, it's so close. You know, build this knowing that the barge is going to come out 2 weeks later or a week later, and I get to effectively continue it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, 100%. And actually, this is interesting. Good question, Qui-Gon. Will you build already, or are you co-building with the barge?
Oh, yeah.
No. Any good appetizer, it's like whatever comes out first, you know. Like, yeah. That is my next up build. I got the Bumblebee and this the same week, barge first, and some people were like, "You'll have it ready for tonight," right? I wanted to, and I actually had a little bit of space today, but work, family, all that, it couldn't get it done. So
I built a brickhead today and felt like I achieved a lot.
What's that?
I built one brickhead today and felt like I achieved a lot.
Yeah, well, it's a little snack, you know. That's it.
What time are we on? 5 o'clock on the dot. Look at that.
All right. Well, you're gonna need to do a wind down. So,
is it at this point? I'm getting up in 45 minutes to take the dog out to the.
Listen, I threatened to build on stream. People don't want to see it, so.
I agree with you. Like, there's so many people that build on stream, and it detracts from whatever you're talking about. So, like,
here's the deal. I thought I was gonna do like a Verdi Boy solo stream, but I'm like, we need someone else because
you need someone about
less than 100%. I mean, dude, even without building, like I don't like doing this sort of stuff by myself. So.
Yeah.
Could I and get my way through it? Yes.
That's the same as like if Josh decides like one day, like in one day, he's like, I can't do it or I don't do it. I'm like frantically like going, someone else do it with me or whatever. I don't want to do this on my own.
Everyone's like, yeah, I think Tyler, my ideal setup would be if no one else was on screen, me building with Tyler yapping on a speakerphone would be pretty good.
Or Tyler's building stream where he builds the first bag and then that's it.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, that might be the move. I might have to, I don't know.
You're gonna get the barge day one.
I'll get him a whatever sub he wants delivered, so he'll talk through this thing. We'll figure it out. Tyler would be a necessity. I mean, you guys know how I like picture things. I'm like, if I ever did that, I think Tyler split screen, interesting, but I think Tyler's voice filling while I'm talking would be interesting. Or while I'm building and being distracted. Yeah. I don't know how I would do on that. That's why I'm curious. You guys know I don't ever want to do anything super boring. So I'm like,
Wait,
that's the only reason I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't want it to be boring.
some people are really good at building and talking at the same time, but like,
Well, yeah, and it's a muscle you have to build, right? I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's great at it right off the rip.
I've seen some people where they're like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, no. See,
And you're like,
and that's
okay.
what I'm afraid of, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Plus, I just like chatting shit, so I'd rather just not build and focus all my energy into talking. Even though I have to spend most of my time making sure that I think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Otherwise, there's going to be some mad profanities coming out.
Just like you and Padawan, except you'd be building. Exactly. I don't have to look up. I can still function. All right, boys.
Where's the OGs? I got it. There they are.
It was a fun show. We talked San Diego Comic-Con, things we'd like to see. Got deep into that Falcon's Nest. Got some on the ground reporting from the Duck. It would be cool if he called, but he'll be back. And of course, rounding it out with some sweet, sweet weekly pickups. Yeah. Shout out to Brent. Hope you're having a good time with the wifey. We've been holding it down, you know what I mean?
I'm here whenever you need me.
Just got to flash that Padawan signal, you know what I mean? For Padawan, for the Girth Gang themselves, the real stars of the show, the Girth Gang. This has been a couple of brickheads. Yeah. We'll see you guys right here next week.
Yeah.
Peace.